Yeah, okay.
Well, the stream is up, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. I was thinking about what y'all said last night about what you said about being a little bit more empathetic towards my mom. So, I sat her down and talked to her early today and listened to her problems, and actually, instead of drowning her out, I did, hear her out. So I think we're starting to make some headway. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah. Apparently, her and my dad got into an argument, and she's getting to a point where she's literally about fed up with it, and she doesn't know what to do, but just don't care about it. And I'm like, there's nothing really you can do. I mean, like, all you can do is just continue what you're doing. And because my dad really doesn't want no shit right now. He just lays around the house and stuff, and it's like my mom is sick of it. Yeah. So I listened to her problems. I bought her breakfast. I even, pulled my weight a little bit. And then I listened to her about things she's talking about is like some of the shit in the yard is behind. So I think I'm gonna pick up the slack there. I don't know.
I see.
Yeah, I thought about what you said about that,
So
and
then,
yeah.
what happened to
So,
command?
Number two,
yeah.
go! I can handle
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I figured, instead of just being so shut in and wrapped up and encased in just, I'm always right and what she says is wrong and me fighting against her, why don't I just listen to her and try it a different way for a change? Yeah.
Who are you?
Tactical
Yeah,
support
so
unit
I'm trying to make some
system 42.
play.
This pod has been tasked with providing firing support for your unit A2.
I didn't
Oh,
ask
her
for that.
outfit.
Affirmative. No request was received from unit A2. Rather, it was
That
Ron, you
shit
want
is.
to kind of introduce what the hell we're doing
Unit
today?
2B.
You want me to do
It's
it?
unnecessary.
Your unit A2 lacks the
Alright,
authority to override this order.
I'll give it a try.
Whatever.
Alright, welcome everybody back to another VGC stream. Today we have the lovely Judy doing an
Oh my
playthrough of
god,
A2
no.
on you.
No. You already fucked it up.
Oh no, we have the lovely
What the hell is that huge thing?
goddess of NieR,
You're pretty
the judge of
useless,
NieR,
isn't
whatever the
it?
hell you want to call it, doing her playthrough of A2 on NieR. I've been told it's Automata instead of Automata. That's what I've been heard, but yeah. So today's is a very special stream, which is Ladies Night, where we discuss our favorite anime and gaming protagonists. So leave your list of who you
What a
think are some of the best protagonists in your favorite series, and we'll tell you how we think about them while we share ours. We also have Gary, and I kind of plan on, if I can, sharing my review of Persona 5. So
You should have done that on your own stream.
Oh, fine. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, it's ladies' night, and let's go.
Yeah, we encourage everybody who's watching, you want to go ahead and kind of list some of your
What did I
favorite
just say?
female anime and video
Yeah.
game characters. Feel free to do so, and we can discuss it. And I guess we'll probably, try to put together a list or something. But yeah, it should be.
It is programmed to
And we'll talk
Definitely.
about, of course, we won't give any spoilers regarding Uncharted Lost Legacy, but we will talk about, of course, Chloe and the dynamic she has with Nadine, possibly her being the future lead character of Uncharted, as well as, some other female gaming protagonists. So, yeah, it should be fun. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Right. Jesus fuck, you really didn't play around with this game. God.
Huh?
I said, you really didn't give a fuck about this game. You really went in.
Uh, yeah.
Level 4 everything.
That's how I got ending Y. I'm supposed to level
Yeah, I
everything
know.
to
I
highest
was
level.
like, no,
Yeah.
it's just weird. I'm like, damn, she really went all in.
I wanted to get all the endings. Thank you very much. I worked my
I
ass
know,
off
I
for
know the
that.
commitment. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is upgraded to its highest level. So.
Yeah. Damn, bruh.
That's mandatory for if you consider something being, your favorite game. Of course, you
That
want
is
to beat
true.
everything that it has to offer. I mean, if I could show you
Yeah.
all the shit I have from Persona 5, you wouldn't fucking believe it.
There's probably a bunch of hidden. Are there like hidden boss battles in that, by the way? Because every RPG always has that, and I'm kind of hoping for something like that in Persona 5.
Yeah, there's a couple, but one of them you can't do until you get to the new game plus.
Oh, okay. It's like a post-game thing, like most RPG secret bosses and stuff.
No, it's not. Yeah, yeah, but you have to, like I
Yeah.
said, beat the game first, and then
It's like
once you go into new
Horizon.
game plus, then you're able.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can still need to 100% some things, but aside from that, a lot of the things I already did.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Alex. I didn't see your comment.
Hey, how you doing, man?
God, I missed A2.
I'm about to say, you should have came back to NieR at some point.
Yeah, but I was just so focused on Horizon for a while, so I missed Horizon. So I
Yeah,
needed...
I get you.
Proposal. Unit A2 should state her intentions.
I can't. I remember with NieR, it's like with NieR, it takes me a while to play that and come back to it because I make sure to take breaks playing that because I can't enjoy too much of it.
Enemies detected in desert area. Proposal. Goliath-class enemies should be destroyed.
Jesus, ooh.
Pods are not authorized to issue commands. Proposals are merely recommendations based on data provided by Unit A2. Proposal. Unit A2 should state updated intentions in order to secure more usable data.
It's just like, okay, I'm ready.
Negative. This pod is engaging in activity.
I love A2's attitude.
She's just like, the pod is trying its best to be helpful. This is really a Judy and me dynamic right now. What the fuck?
No, it's not.
It is. 'Cause
No,
you
it really
like,
is
shut-
not. No. No. You're not as cool as the pod. Don't disrespect the pod. Well, this is her default outfit, so the one I had on is something you get from the DLC, but I like putting that outfit on her.
Level 99. The fact that you can platinum and max the fuck out this whole game.
Dude, I spent like 100 hours on this game.
Yeah.
I even did all the DLC. That's how much I gave my life in the year.
You even beat the, what is it, the producer one, where you had to fight him?
Yeah.
You masochistic bastard. Ooh, that sounds too much. I even saw that.
That was really fun, actually.
Was it?
It was. Because that was a challenge, so it was fun.
That is true.
I did not miss this desert.
I'm not gonna lie, the desert is not as, well... It's not fun.
Deserts are not fun in general.
Yeah, but it's like I try to find fun in all the environments and stuff, but like with this desert, it just no.
The only thing that's fun about this desert is the DLC. That's it.
You downloaded the whole soundtrack for this game, right?
So much for Goliath class.
You don't think it's like, I mean, I'm not shitting on the soundtrack because it is beautiful, but you don't think it's like, I don't know.
What the hell is that?
I don't have a word for it, but
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to get at. Quite frankly, I don't think I want to.
no, it just feels so sad to listen to sometimes.
Yeah,
No.
that's real helpful.
I don't get that
Well,
vibe.
that's why it complements the mood of the game so well, because this is not a happy game.
I know, it's just, this is why I say I had to take breaks from it, because it can be, you know, it can be hella sad with all the realizations and everything going on. And I'm like, damn, like, this really is something
I thought
like
it was
this.
this damn melancholy personality perfect.
No, it's just like, the game itself is amazing, and the soundtrack is lovely, as well as the pacing, the psychological stuff, and the symbolism, and the mind fucking. But it's like, I don't play too much because some of this stuff, you really have to take I really had to take a minute to sit down and process what the fuck happens. Then the music is too.
I think you're just too sensitive.
I don't play games, you know. I don't normally play games, you know, where it has a lot of
Balls. That's the same exact thing I thought when I first did this stupid ass machine. Like, balls.
yeah.
So it reminds me of shit.
Raining balls.
Yep. Yay. I guess not.
But no, it's just like, I don't know. It's like I'm saying, it's like, you know, I just take my time with it. And, you know, like I took a break when I was playing, did the A2 mission. I think, because I beat this boss fight, and then this is the part where, you know, it goes into it goes down memory lane, right? Or something like that. Yeah, after that, it's like you find out that all that extra stuff. I was like, holy fuck, I knew she was a soldier with a fucked up past, but damn. Yeah, it's just a lot to think about.
Oh, I totally forgot how to do this.
But why are you here?
Damn.
It's been so long since I've done hacking.
Ask me before you go.
I remember when I first started hacking, I used to get fucking overwhelmed with that shit. And it just picked up and got better. We're doing fine for somebody who hasn't done it.
I guess I'm remembering.
What's all this about?
The hacking is caused the enemy's memories to merge with your own.
With all the stuff that goes on, it makes me even more curious about the prequels to this game. Like, what is it? Drakengard, the original NieR, all that extra stuff.
Normally you'd be called, but we'll be calling you to be. Continue to observe the situation and dispatch it.
This is a fragment of Union 2's memory data. It is an order she received from the Royal Commander when she was still alive.
Yeah, I'm upset.
What's got your panties in a twist now?
Really? You're not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah? Oh.
I never
No,
actually
it's
tried
just,
to be funny, you know.
it just happens though.
First of all, I don't even think I even have a sense of humor, but for some reason people think I do, and I don't. I just have a really dry sense of humor, but I never actually intentionally mean to be funny.
Oh, okay. Well, no. You could have worded it differently though.
Okay, what is wrong with you? Okay, because you're the least indicated person to be telling me I should word things differently.
You right though. No, it's just like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, you know, I'm playing the game and it's like, I really wanted to play my game today, but I really was not, I didn't feel well, so I didn't even fuck with it. Then I have to go to work tomorrow, 10 to 6, and, you know, I'm not going to be feeling in the mood to do anything. Well, not so much do anything, just to play.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, so just, I don't know. Yeah, she's naturally funny.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
You know what?
Pod 153, commencing data share.
Affirmative. Launching compressed conversation mode.
I love this.
Compressed conversation mode complete.
Oh, that's that conversation. Oh, that copy I'm going.
Understood. Updating this reference data for support activity.
So what was all that compressed conversation anyway? Or it doesn't tell you?
It doesn't tell you.
Looks like he's awake, Deborah. Morning. Slept well, didn't you, 9S?
My son! I missed my son.
I love them. Oh wow, I forgot how pretty they were.
I just want to hug him.
I'm in the Resistance King?
That's right.
High key, I'm gonna go ahead and admit this. 9S is really pretty without his mask on.
Thank you for saving
I
your butt
guess.
would be nice.
Absolutely.
Where's 2B?
You know that better
He
than anyone.
absolutely is.
Her black box.
Wow, I can really say that around a dude chick. Wow.
Deborah and Pepala are rare android models designed for medical treatment and maintenance. Without the bunker, they are the only remaining way for Unit 9S to initiate repairs.
It just makes me kind of sad he has no sassy remarks, but what he's been through, I wouldn't either.
Thanks.
Are we gonna make this a mellow, you know, sentimental stream for you?
No!
Because I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
No, it's just like, no. No, fam. Nah.
Because here you're going down this emotional memory lane, and I'm like, no.
No, it's just like, I passed this part already, and I'm like, damn, I forgot how bad he was fucked up over that whole thing.
Our model kind of went
How do you forget?
Well, no, you don't. It's just, you know, I didn't think about it because I don't want to think about my boy just going through all that shit.
Alex, you out of line for that comment. Dismiss yourself.
What? Why? What I do?
Ain't nobody playing with my son on my watch. Fuck that.
Oh, damn, the twins. The twins play with his gadgets.
That is not okay.
He's redheaded Jezebel trying to corrupt
Oh.
Fucking
We
Becky's.
going Pokemon in this? Oh. Becky's. I'm
Bye,
really done right
Felicia's.
now.
Shit.
I'm so done.
2B is the only woman for me, ho. Cute. You heard me.
You gotta wonder what 2B would think if they was around and like, oh, hi, it's like, what are you doing around him?
It just reminds me of that one quest where you're finding that owner of that red scarf,
Yeah.
and like she gets like has like that jealous moment, and I'm like, oh, she's so cute.
She said that to 9S and 2B.
Huh?
She said that to 9S and 2B.
Well, you're playing as 9S when you do that quest, so because he's the one who has to hack into her and find out, like, oh, I wonder who was the one that had the red scarf, who killed a friend of the android that asked you to help her. So there's this, you know, he being the, you know, open-minded android that he is, he's all like, oh, like, she's very pretty, you know. So obviously 2B has like this smart-ass remark to say, like, about it, like, you know, and you can tell she had like that little jealous tone in her. I'm like, oh, that was so cute.
Cause like she's straight up taking and defending 9S.
Yeah, like she's like, she got a little like,
mine.
yeah. I forgot exactly what she said, but I know it sounded so cute when she said it.
See, it's little moments like that in the game that I love about it. It's like those little moments between 9S and 2B.
It appeared to be machine-made in origin. Further details unknown. Mobile transport platform detected in the section emerging from the facility's center.
I would never understand those messages. I know they're not supposed to be literal, but damn.
They're supposed to be poetic.
Yeah, they are that. I can't lie. But they're supposed to be premonitions as to how they got, you know, they died beforehand, right? To warn the players.
Oh yeah, but you can just make those messages up yourself.
Oh, that voice.
Oh my god, I hate this. We don't want to go in your tower, hoes. What the fuck you talking about?
Like
Making it seem
as
though it's some 5-star resort.
You don't want to check into your shit.
Have a great day, my ass.
What is the motive for a machine life form to provide such an announcement?
Like you got some fucking ritzy white, like what is it, the White Tower Motel? Automata Towers. Like this isn't like she really talking about this is fucking room service.
Machines are such sarcastic assholes.
We apologize for this inconvenience, bitch.
The heck was that?
A first message from
Answering machines. I love them.
relays the locations of objects known as resource
I don't like
recovery
calling,
units.
period.
You're messing with us.
I hate talking on the phone.
I only do it unless I only do it if I have
Tell me what
to.
happened while I was resting.
Affirmative. Relevant data concerns the massive facility.
Well, no, unless it's y'all two, I can understand. But no, like I really don't call on the phone unless it's important.
Additionally, the large structural units
Now that I think about it, I don't even call them.
This is the only moose that hates me.
Large structure.
I don't like you
What?
either.
said units
Damn.
reflect its goals earlier.
This moose
They are the
forever
so-called
hates me.
resource recovery units.
Watch.
What do these units do?
Unknown.
Bro, why is the moose coming at you and you ain't even done nothing?
I don't know. I don't know what I did to it, but it don't like me.
Mark the positions of those units on my map, will you?
This is what's the word I'm looking for? This is amazing.
I'm going to wipe out the
Well, fuck
machines.
that moose. I ain't like it anyway.
Previous orders to your units.
You're like, he's aggro because you're here.
Proposal. Rendezvous with resistance forces and confirm
Yeah, you
changing
really
command.
do. You do
I
turn
don't care
to
about
cause
changing
things get to get
I
scared.
have one goal now.
To be
I'm
fearful.
going to kill every last machine. And
You
then
spread fear.
I'm going to kill A2.
What are you supposed to do again? You're supposed to find a way to the tower all the way in the forest or some shit, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So we're going to go ahead and get the, I'm not trying to rush it, but the whole, our favorite female protagonist from games and anime, or y'all want to wait a little bit on that? Is that a meal?
Yes, it is.
Why is he?
You've sure gotten strong. I doubt you'll be needing my help anymore.
He's just
What do you
chilling.
mean?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Take care now.
And that's how
Sure is
ending
acting
Y
kinda
starts.
Pa,
Persist marker placed on map.
Ending Y.
Is heading toward the desert.
Yep.
nice work. Let's go
Damn.
find it.
But I'm not gonna do that, so no. Now there is one
What
place
was
in this
the
game
end?
that I truly do love. I just want to go to it real quick.
What, the shopping mall? Or, no.
Well, me and Jay wants to kick it off and just kind of, tell us about, how or why she fell in love with A2.
Yeah, go ahead. If she wants to.
Okay, since playing, I guess what made me fall in love with A2 was, well, apart from her already sassy nature, I felt that she had this mysteriousness to her that truly intrigued me, because I wanted to know more about her. So when you play as her, you definitely get a sense of, even though she had a huge resentment against machines, you can tell there was still some human in her. Oh yeah, this place is very, very beautiful. But yeah, I felt like I could relate to her a lot, simply because of how her personality is. Like, she seems so cold, but she definitely has a lot of warmth on the inside. She just refuses to show it. So I felt like they definitely did great in making you interested in A2, since everybody was so focused on 2B at first. But she definitely is an interesting character in her own right. She's strong, she has a huge I don't give a fuck attitude, which I relate to spiritually. And yeah, I just feel like overall her story definitely moved me, to tears the first time I played this game. As probably did every story in this game. But I definitely feel like she's like in my top 5 female video game characters of all time. So,
Very sounds
yeah.
good. This is probably the most beautiful place I've seen in the entire game.
Yeah, you do this when you do the Lunar Tier quest. Lunar Tier quest, yeah. I don't know why. The first time I came in this place and I heard this song, I literally started crying. Just because of the story that Emil tells you in this place is incredibly just touching. And this definitely relates to the first NieR, which I haven't played yet, but I definitely will eventually. But it definitely...
What is it? Isn't it on the streaming service you have or whatever?
No, it's not. It's not. But I'm gonna have to buy it separately. So I have to play it on my PS3, which I don't mind. But it's definitely it's a beautiful place. I love going there because the song is just beautiful too.
Can we stay there longer?
I'll come back to it eventually.
Okay. That is probably like, if I had to really be on some shit, that would really be my safe haven in that whole damn game.
Well, I would recommend you doing the Lunar Tier quest because that's how you get access to this place.
Yay, I'm doing it.
Yeah. I think you do it. You can do it after a certain chapter. I just don't remember which one it is.
Cause that shit literally is about to be my happy place for the rest of the fucking game. Shit.
So yeah, that's one, you know, reason A2 is my favorite character. Well, 2B is also an amazing character. I just felt like with her, she's definitely more mechanical at first than anything else. While A2 was, you know, always real with herself, but at the same time she hid a lot of her scars.
She's seen some shit.
Yeah, you know, she's definitely lived a lot, you know, to have the attitude that she does. Meanwhile, 2B, you know, regardless of whatever, she never allowed herself to, you know, be herself. She was always so focused on being an android, you know, and being faithful to Yorha. She never allowed herself to just be 2B.
For what purpose?
And A2 was A2 for a long time, you know. So
you basically relate to her in a lot of ways, because there's a lot of, you know, things that click with A2 that also work for you in the same token. Yeah. So I can see that.
Yeah, you know.
So yeah. So it's nice that at least you found a character you can like 100% relate to in a game that already has your attention as being one of the best. But to find such a gem, not even a gem, a fucking diamond in this, is kind of really wow.
Yeah.
So what are who are some of your other favorite female video game characters?
I'd definitely say Jane from Beyond Good and Evil. She's definitely another one of my favorites. I definitely love her character so much. Simply because she kind of gives off a very, you know, independent, strong character as well, like A2 and 2B does in a way. Because with her, her story starts off that, you know, she's in an alien world, so they all live in this planet, and she has housed orphan kids. So she's raising, I don't remember how many kids she was raising, but I think it was around like 6 or 5. So she was practically a mother to these children. So yeah, she lived with the person who raised her wasn't really a person, but they had definitely had a really nice relationship. And I felt like her story in trying to just find the dark sides of, you know, how the government really worked, and at the same time finding about herself through that, definitely moved me a lot. And how she refused to never give up on trying to keep pushing forward even when all the odds were against her and all. Even when, you know, her kids were taken away from her just because they wanted her, you know, it definitely was inspiring to me. She definitely became one of my favorite characters.
So there really was a lot to this game. I really did miss out on a fucking gem.
It was, honestly, I'm trying to say Beyond Good and Evil definitely one of those underrated PS2 games that a lot of people were not exposed to, which is a shame because it's an amazing game. And it's a lot of... Oh yeah, I still have my copy of it, yeah. I haven't played it in years, but I definitely still have it. I don't know how scratched up it is, but I definitely would like to play it someday.
Do you think I could like borrow it and play it? Because I kind of want to have shown interest in it now that you sit here and describe all of this stuff and the way that you did.
Yeah, I can lend it to you. And it definitely has a lot of philosophical things in it, which is really great. Just another thing I love about that game.
It's really, that's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah. Well, she's another one.
Yeah.
And I say another one of my favorite all-time female video game characters is Konoko from Oni. This is also a PS2 game. Konoko from Oni. So that's another underrated game that came out on the PS2, and that she gives me a lot of Motoko vibes. She definitely reminds me of her a lot. You know, it's kind of like that game does give you a lot of Ghost in the Shell vibes, because the sense of how, like, I guess technologically advanced the world is, and how she's
Adapting.
yeah, you know. So her story is definitely really great as well. To the point that she was like, you know, a dog of the society that she lived in. So she was kind of like to be in a way that she just really, you know, did not question anything about like her superiors or anything. She just followed orders to the letter until she started discovering the dark truths about her society and how, you know, how she was raised and how she isn't actually human like everybody else is, and how their polluted world could be solved, you know, by her sacrifice and by her twin brothers that she never knew she even had, and how he is actually the bad guy of the story, and she never even knew that. You know, she always thought that she was just an orphan, but it turns out that she did have a twin brother who she eventually has to either decide to kill or let live at the end of the day. So that was definitely another great game. Plus her her strength in the game was definitely cool, because she decided to go up against the whole, you know, root of the police, which was basically the people that raised her, you know, and she didn't care going up against them at all. So the people who you call allies in the beginning of the game turned out to be your enemies by the end.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a really good game too. And she definitely is amazing because she's just so strong and determined to do what she has to do. So she was definitely cool. Itch. Yeah, she's definitely top 5 as well.
Brian, what you got?
Well, I'll go ahead and say I really don't have many or as well-rounded and unique a list as y'all do, because I can go ahead and say I don't think I've played many to probably have a favorite, you know, character, you know. But I will go ahead and say one of them is probably Aloy, because I've really gotten used to, you know, enjoying her snarkiness and her sarcastic, you know, way of addressing problems and tackling them. And one of the things I also like is how, you know, whenever she's faced with a problem, you know, she just takes it and walks right over it. Like, oh yeah, it's like a challenge, it's gonna be tough, but, you know, I'm still gonna do it right at the end, you know? If that makes sense. It doesn't, does it?
Prepare energy. Close range firing mode.
Okay, so you said Aloy and
9S.
Fire.
Let me see.
collecting detail, like what exactly like drew you to her character, like, you know?
Because of how sarcastic she was, for one thing. Not to mention how, with everything she came across, she didn't run away from it. But, you know, when she first got to, I forgot the name of the place where she took the NieR Parade challenges, and then she was faced with people who, you know, were calling her an outcast and how you're never gonna amount to nothing, and how she, you know, you couldn't do all this shit because you're not a NieR hunter and all this shit. And it's like, you know, she's bad enough. She basically, while she's not so much a non-talkative person, she kind of is a woman of action. Like, she'll show you what she can do, you know, even though you're the one taking control of her. So, yeah. And, you know, I don't know, like I said before, I just love how she addresses everything with sarcasm and snark, but at the same time she knows when to be serious. Also, but Yeah, that's one. Like I said before, I don't have a lot of female gaming characters that I'm saying that I have a lot of. It's really small,
Alert.
unfortunately.
Abnormality detected in vitals of Unit 9S. Proposal. Commence data overhaul immediately.
Pod, search for
Okay,
the
What
other
about
structural
the
units.
other
I need
female
to find those
characters?
authorization keys and destroy the tower.
Alert.
like from gaming
Contact
or?
inadvisable during abnormal
Yeah.
vital conditions.
It's fine.
No, I
Run a
don't
search.
think so. They don't
Scanning.
come to mind right
Active
now.
operating enemy large structural unit detected in accessible location.
I mean,
Marking location on map.
huh?
You are trash.
Dude, like I said, I just said I don't have enough. I haven't played as many diverse games as y'all or unique games, where I could say I have a favorite protagonist, female protagonist, like real. So I'm gonna go ahead and admit that.
Oh God, you suck. But it can't be helped. I mean, you were born in 1997 after all, so
And
there's
again, we
not
go with
really
this.
much I can expect you to know because you missed out on the golden era of gaming. That's, that's a sad reality you gotta deal with.
I mean, I could have missed out on it, but at the same time, I still could have found and played the games if circumstances wanted me to. But I mean, I'm
But
just
have you done that? That's the question.
no, no.
So you suck. Well, you don't necessarily suck. You're just ignorant. That's all. And that's okay. That's what you got us here for.
Mhm. But no,
Okay,
I'm like
well,
y'all.
I guess, pick up and take over from here.
Who are your
who should I
favorites?
start? I'm gonna start with Chloe because she's fresh on my mind to do with anyway. When did Uncharted 2 come out? Was it 2009? I want to say 2009.
I think it was around that time.
Yeah, I was in high school. I know definitely that was.
Yeah, I don't think I was in high school anymore.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
think you
Y'all
must have
have
just
it.
graduated. 'Cause you graduated in what?
Oh,
08?
yeah.
Yeah.
You graduated in 08.
Yeah. I keep telling you I'm old.
Unfortunately, I have registered that.
Yeah. It's about time.
Leave me alone. I don't like it.
Yeah. After playing Drake's Fortune, and of course, Drake's Fortune is mainly, of course, Nathan and Elena and Sully. I wasn't necessarily much of a fan of Elena. I kind of found her as being a little bit too plain for my taste. Not saying that she's a bad character because I don't necessarily think that. I think that she's actually perfect for Nathan as far as marriage, but I wasn't really intrigued. I kind of thought that a game that was as kind of like aggressive and risk-taking as Uncharted would have sort of a female character that would reflect that
There's
attitude.
something written here.
So
too.
when I got to play Uncharted 2 in 2009 and coming across meeting Chloe, it was like love at first sight for me. Because everything that I wanted from a character to be like in Drake's Fortune, she was. I loved her attitude, I loved her charisma, I loved the way she talked, of course her body. I mean, I could talk all day about her. I mean, that's a given. I mean, I'll never get tired of taking pictures. It's perfect. But
Money shot.
outside of that, I just love the fact that she was just completely independent and just did never really give a fuck about what people thought about her. And she was, of course, the exact opposite of Elena, which was shown like towards the middle of the game, like when you come across Elena and that other like the news camera reporter. And so how Chloe's her main goal, no matter what, is to focus on the objective. While some people may consider that being somewhat selfish, I suppose it is, but um, I do appreciate that discipline. That you're focused on a job, and there's nothing more important than
You know
completing the mission.
enemies.
I respect that, even though in that particular instance you're talking about someone's life, particularly an innocent news cameraman's life is on the line. So that's a different situation when you're talking about, time and dedication, but still I respect the fact that she's dedicated to, completing the mission and being focused no matter what. I do respect having that type of attitude. And Lost Legacy, from what I've played, even though I'm almost done with the game, has done a very good job at providing backstory as far as her relationship with her father, as well as her connection to India. It answered a lot of questions I've had about her since Uncharted 2 and 3 that weren't really answered. So as I've been playing it, I've been able to put the pieces together of Chloe and who she is, and I've been wondering about over the years.
Oh,
It
I get
definitely
it.
helped answer
I have
those
to plant the
questions.
system
And
protection
I'm
before I can
definitely
reach the
looking
core.
forward to
So
Uncharted. If
that's
they're
how it
going to
works.
continue the series, which I definitely think they should, I believe that Chloe should be the lead character moving forward, since Drake, of course, is out the game. And playing with Chloe as well as Nadine, it's still uncharted. Like, it doesn't feel like there's a giant hole in the franchise because Drake isn't there anymore. It just kept going, and I've enjoyed that. I personally think that Lost Legacy is the best Uncharted game since Uncharted 2, and it's just an
Facts.
expansion of Uncharted 4. So if Naughty Dog is looking at potentially making Chloe the new face of Uncharted, I am completely 100% behind that. I think it would be a great idea. I think that she would be like this new generation Lara Croft. That's pretty much how I see potentially what Naughty Dog could be doing with Uncharted moving forward. I would love to see it. I think it would be good for the
Analysis.
franchise.
There are two blocking
I
Passing the
agree.
devices on
torch.
this floor. Proposal. Hack into all blocking
So what have you
devices.
thought about it, Jay? Coming like, from Uncharted 2, seeing Chloe's progression, and now that she's at the forefront. So,
I
what's
definitely,
been your opinion?
I definitely feel like it's great that she got more screen time. Cause I feel like in Uncharted 2, yeah, she made a name for herself, but it was very obscure at the same time. So I felt like
Hmm.
with the Lost Legacy, you definitely got to see this more sensitive side of her, which was really nice considering that she just played up this hard ass in Uncharted 2. So it was really nice to see, especially her relationship with Nadine and how great of a dynamic they had. Because I was gonna think that they were just gonna be like on each other's jugulars the whole game, but it's nice to see that they, you know, were able to truly become a lot more than partners, which is really nice. So I'm definitely glad that she got the chance to show that there's definitely more to Chloe Fraser than just a pretty body and, a badass attitude.
Yeah, definitely. And
So,
like, yeah, like this game definitely shows, Chloe's nature from like many different sides, whether it's from her being able to seduce, or whether it's her knowledge of history that she's garnered from her father, whether it's, her quirks. She's just a full rounded character with strengths and weaknesses. And I think this is what you're referring to earlier when you were talking about A2, is just that moral ambiguity. It's like, someone is not just going to be, a pure holy angel, and no one's just going to be a pure evil demon. There's gray area when it comes to real human personality and cognition. It's a matter of, we have bits and pieces of everything inside of us, and you have, good people who can do evil things, and you have evil people who can do good things. It goes back and forth. So Naughty Dog has always been able to create those morally ambiguous characters, which is why, like, most of their characters are some of my favorites. I guess another female character I can go into and talk about that I like is Ellie from The Last of Us, who I personally look at as being, if I had a daughter, hopefully, when I do have kids one day, I would love to have a daughter like Ellie.
Oh yeah, I
Because,
can agree with that. Definitely.
yeah, definitely. Because when I remember when I first was playing The Last of Us and looking at, the early dynamic that Joel and Ellie had, I kind of felt like she was just going to be this kind of burdensome kid,
Yeah.
just completely having an attitude, but but just the fact that it kind of just puts you in that position to feel that way because everything that, of course, went on in Joel and his life, and the experiences that he had to undergo, and then now being put in another position where he's having to be a father figure. You don't exactly know how that's going to play out, but as you continue to go and progress through the story, and you start to see how Ellie is able to mature, during practically a year, you really start to fall in love with her character. She's very humorous. She's very sharp. Um, Tough as nails. I mean, she's definitely, without question, one of the toughest gaming characters I think ever. Um, yeah, she's definitely got a lot of heart, a lot of toughness, and definitely looking forward to seeing, how she's going to adapt to being the main character in The Last of Us Part 2. I think she's going to be 19
Yeah.
in Part 2. So she was around 14, I think, in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, how the dynamic between her and Joel has changed over 5 years, and, from the experiences that she's had to undergo, how that's affected her over time. So I'm definitely looking forward to
There's
seeing how
structure
her
in some
character is
kind
going to
of
be able
launch
to progress
platform.
moving
A
forward.
structure that size could probably shoot something into space pretty easily.
Let's see.
Hold on, y'all.
So this is some kind of cannon aimed at the human server on the
Hold on,
moon?
something's going on. Give me a minute. I gotta go take care of something.
Damn it.
What? Oh, yeah, they'll take care of them. So yeah, I guess for those who are watching, if you want to go ahead and kind of start listing some of your favorite female characters in video games, just we can kind of have an open discussion about those. Definitely feel free to comment.
Alex definitely already commented, and I can agree with a lot of his choices.
Yeah, I know he had brought up talking about Chloe.
Chloe's just amazing.
You just have to love someone who can be just that honest with themselves and, take pride in, what they are, because regardless of the things that they've had to endure in their past life, they're still able to just stand up and understand, accept, and appreciate and take pride in who they are. And, whether that's moral or immoral, no matter what, I mean, it's still your life, and, you have to respect someone who's able to just accept it for what it is and just continue to survive.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes.
There'll be some other characters. I mean, of course, you can't bring up, any kind of list of favorite female video game characters and not name Laura Croft. I mean,
It's not
she
possible.
is kind of like the godmother of all of this. I mean, there is no Uncharted, and most of your favorite female protagonists would not exist if it wasn't for Laura and Tina.
That is
So,
very, very true.
yeah,
She
no matter
started
what.
the whole,
Yeah, definitely.
she started the whole, female protagonist. Girls can kick ass too.
She was the original bad bitch.
Yeah, and then, they did the reboot and they made her even more amazing because they actually gave her a good backstory. Bayonetta is too. I do love her. She's a sassy
Oh,
broad. Not to mention
Bayonetta is my wife. I fucking love her.
she's the female Dante. Only, you know, she's her own.
Yeah.
Yes. Plus, I love how ridiculously OP she is. So, yeah.
Bayonetta is a whole ass bae. I fucking love her. Like, if I was actually gay, I'd definitely marry her.
God, I still need to get both games to play. I've been wanting to play that for so long.
One game at a
and
time,
I definitely
man.
can't forget Yennefer from The Witcher 3.
Oh, no. That's impossible.
Oh, yeah, her. Yeah, definitely.
That's a whole ass bae in itself. Oh my god, I love her.
I mean, I just can't understand how anyone can sit there and choose Triss over Yennefer. If you've actually done that shit, something's wrong with you.
You're
I just
canceled.
have to say that. Something is mentally wrong with you if you pick Triss over Yennefer.
Thanks. It's just not realistic to me.
It's not. It's just not.
One thing I do, if we're arguing, one female protagonist we can address is Breath of the Wild. So, not protagonist, well, female character, as it is. We're gonna address Breath of the Wild Zelda, since, you know.
No, we have to first address Twilight Princess Zelda. That's one thing we have to.
Yes.
Because she's my favorite, and she's honestly the first Zelda that I can be like, she was a truly helpful one. You know,
yeah, because she wasn't
before
just,
you know, Breath of the Wild even happened. So,
like, she was about her shit and she knew exactly what the fuck to do. Not to mention, you know, she wasn't playing the damsel in distress role. She just couldn't, you know, help. She got captured by Ganon. You know, like, it was out of her power. I'm gonna say, maybe.
yeah, you know, but unlike Princess Peach, you know, she actually knew how to defend herself.
Yeah, not to mention she took measures and precautions before that, so you can't say she didn't have a fucking plan. That's one thing a lot of people do with Zelda. For people who haven't played the damn game, they're like this, and oh no, it's a simple, she's the damsel in distress type, and you know, she doesn't do anything.
I just think people fail to realize that if it weren't for Zelda, Link wouldn't really ever be a hero. He wouldn't never be like put in that position where, So
he doesn't. That's like his guide. Besides, you know, the one. Matter of fact, every guide Link get is female most of the time. Bea, Navi, Midna, all of them are female. So.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying what I'm trying to say is that without Zelda, I mean, there wouldn't be no prophecy about, oh yeah, you know, he's that legendary hero that has to destroy the evil of the world.
Yeah, without her, no. Like,
I'm saying, so she is the driving force behind the game. And people, I hate it when people reduce her to just, oh, being the damsel in distress. Like, I don't think y'all really understand Zelda. She's not Princess Peach. I have nothing against Peach. I love Peach, but
she gets way too kidnapped and she doesn't get my boy the pop for what he does.
I guess. But I just feel like it's always the same story with her.
Then, you know, we got, who is it? The girl from, I know the girl from, what is it? Mario Odyssey is the girl from the original, you know, Jumpman Donkey Kong thing. I forgot her name off that. I can't remember right now. But she, you know, the one who was singing the One Up Girl thing, soundtrack. The one who's the mayor of the town in Odyssey.
Oh, I just forgot her name.
Yeah, she was the girl from apparently like way back from the Mario, Donkey Kong, Jumpman, throwing barrel type days.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, she is. Yeah, I do remember now who she is.
Yeah.
I just don't remember her name.
Exactly. Like that's how I feel right now. And it's like she literally went from damsel in distress to literally owning her own damn bear and being an empire. Meanwhile, Peach, you know, she's still waiting for Mario to save her. And I'm like, damn.
I'm just saying how you have a. I'm saying how you have a whole ass kingdom, but your guards are, you know, toads. That's a whole waste of royalty right there.
And then, you know, we got that whole shit with Bowser. Dude, is it true that, you know, I remember you saying once, you Judy saying, you know, Bowser has all these kids and, you know, Peach is always getting kidnapped. And like, it just doesn't, it adds up. It can't be.
So you're trying to say that my man's Bowser nutted in Peach?
It's made from cores from the machine.
I thought that the Super Mario Odyssey commercial gave that away when he was in that fucking white pimp.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if you're really even trying to question that, then you're slow as shit.
No, it's just like all the times like it can't. Even when I saw it and I was like, wait a minute, all these Bowser children and Peach. Even when I saw it and didn't have all the details, I was like, yeah, I know where that is going. Which is extremely sad because Mario doesn't get all he gets. What did you say? All he gets is a kiss and a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's basically playing Captain Save-A-Ho for free.
That is sad as fuck.
What's going on here? My body. Those are
no, fam, no.
memories.
I mean, you would think at some point Mario would just wisen up and realize that Princess Peach is not worth the bullshit she puts him through. But
you know he has to be the hero.
His damn head.
He has to be the hero, man. Like you gotta put it all above it or some shit. Like, you know, I gotta save her.
Yeah, but there's other things that you can be a hero for, not go saving this ungrateful bitch.
You got a point there. Meanwhile, you know, when you say, what is her name? I can't remember her name for that. No, her name started with the C. I think it was Car something. Car something. But anyway, no, at least when you save her, you know, I think she got rewarded. She rewarded him. I don't know. But it was hell of a whole lot worth than, you know, what she gets from Peach when she saves Bowser. Like she gets kidnapped every fucking game. That's just worse. Kind of funny though when you think about it. Oh man. Who else? Oh no.
Oh, I love Rosalina. She's beautiful.
I could agree to that, yeah. Yeah, that's another one I do love. Out of all the princesses, Rosalina is my favorite, but, you know, she's not a princess, she's a queen.
Yeah.
Let me get that right. Fucking owns a whole damn star station and the fucking mother of all rumors and shit.
That's one reason I loved playing Super Mario Galaxy. Because of her.
Huh?
That's the one reason I loved playing Super Mario Galaxy, because of her.
Affirmative.
Also, it was a fun game.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a sequel to that too?
Yeah, there was the second one, but I really couldn't get into Galaxy 2. I felt like, I don't know, they probably tried too hard with it. Like the worlds, some of the worlds were cool, but then the majority of them were just like, they fell short to me. I don't know.
Like they copy and pasted from the first game.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, it just seemed kind of like the same formula in a way, and I was like, I don't know. I never did finish it, but I loved the first one.
Yeah, I still have the first one too. I always keep that in good condition.
Yeah, I still have mine in Galaxy 2.
I never did one for Galaxy 2, but I was interested about it, but I never did go for it. Yeah. What's another girl?
Oh yeah, Midna from Twilight Princess, definitely top 5. I love her. She's probably
We
the
cannot
best Zelda
not address
character.
her.
Yeah, because I
She
started
needs
to
to be
address her.
addressed.
Of course she does. Why I put her name out there, as Alex did too. You know. But since you were only stuck on Aloy's nuts.
Dude, I barely take a dick at anybody. Give me a break.
But yeah, I love Midna. I think she's the main reason why I fell in love with Twilight Princess, why it's my favorite Zelda game. Because she's just fucking amazing.
Good morning,
One thing I did hate about her was that she was fucking useless because she never gave you advice on anything. So it's pretty much like Midna. Like she wasn't like Fee, you know, in Skyward Sword, that she actually did help you and gave you hints. Midna didn't do that for you. So she annoyed the living fuck out of me because of that. Cause I'm like, why are you even here? You know. Except for, you know, trying to helping me go, you know, from the Shadow Realm to like fucking the Twilight
She's doing it for her own reasons. In a way, she's just using Link, but you know, she develops and becomes attached to him. You know?
No, you don't say.
You know.
I love how you try to tell me shit I already know.
I ain't even trying to tell you. I was just trying to step them out.
Dude, it's a joke. Fucking relax.
I know, it's not you, it's just something that's going on right now in the house. I won't talk about it right now, but yeah.
That's always, you always have some drama in your house.
I'm not gonna bring it up in the stream, let's just move on with it.
I'm not asking, I'm not interested either, so.
Well, damn.
But yeah, Midna's definitely one of my favorite characters, aside from Zelda herself. So I loved them both in that game, especially the final fight with Ganondorf. That was fucking awesome.
It kind of warmed my heart to see how close they got. And it's like they went from just, you know, her spouting her, you know, sarcastic and mean ass shit to, you know, them actually being a team. Like Link could have stayed a human, but you know, they chose to work with the wolf form and learn how to use it, and, you know, and she helped him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess if you guys want to switch gears over to favorite anime female characters.
Alright.
I have way too many.
Since you didn't say shit for the video game characters, I think you need to go first.
Okay. For anime characters, let me see. Well, yeah, I can't think of any because I'm trying to think of a few off the bat. Well, for one thing, bruh, give me fucking time. Damn, I just said, God. Let me see. Well, for one, Makoto could be one, yeah, because I really did love her in Ghost of the Shell. It's been a minute since I watched her. Then there's, let me see. Winry is one that needs to be addressed for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
My name is Pascal, and while it's true that I am a machine life form, I also detest
Let me see, wow.
So are you going to address her?
Machines don't have souls. They're just murder bots with a fancy name.
No, because I'm trying to think of who.
I see. If that will save your soul, then so be it.
Yeah. Nah, you go first.
You just said name Winry, and you said that it needed to be addressed. So why exactly do you like Winry?
Throughout the show, she kinda, a lot of people shipped them together, and you know, it did work, but at the same time, I think she was good doing her role as helping and being, you know, the figure she was to, Edward, I think. But, she always did maintenance on his arm. She always looked after him. She was always there for him when she needed it. I mean, when he needed it. And, she was a hard, determined worker. Most of the time, yeah. But, that was one of the reasons I always loved her, because she was really hardworking and really determined. That was a big one. And she didn't have to be with Edward, to fulfill that role. She was able to do it all on her own. Let me see, I know I have more. I just can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Why don't y'all go ahead while I think this out?
Jay, please show this man how it's done.
Well, first and foremost, we most definitely are going to address and respect for all time Motoko Tsunagi, because she's a bad bitch. So,
I do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, she definitely embodies everything that I love in a woman, So, she's strong, she's smart, she,
confident.
I thought I was addressing this.
I was just saying.
Yes, she's confident, she doesn't give a fuck about, oh yeah, if you're a male and you're a female, she'll whoop your ass the same fucking way. She knows how to command her men and everything. She's just wonderful, honestly. She's just, I could sit here and talk ages about her, so, I definitely feel like she's truly the type of, woman that everybody should aspire to be,
Agreed.
So she's definitely my first favorite of all time. I gotta say my second favorite would probably be, damn, I just have so many. But if I had to choose, it'd probably be, damn. Ursa from Fairy Tail definitely is my another favorite. People can talk shit all they want about Fairy Tail, but the women in Fairy Tail are definitely amazing. I don't give a fuck what the hell you say, but they are. And Ursa's definitely my favorite, even though she tends to be a little overpowered sometimes, but she's badass.
That's one of the best things about
because she probably has more testosterone than every male in Fairy Tail, period. So she definitely will whoop your ass in every kind of way possible. She still is very soft regardless of her exterior. She's lived through so much and she fought to be in a better place for herself and for her comrades. So, and I feel like along this story, she definitely learned how to love herself more and love the people around her more. So she's definitely a huge driving force where it comes to strong women. So she definitely needs to be acknowledged. And let's see. Who else? Definitely Faye from Cowboy Bebop. I love her. She's definitely top 5 of all time. Just simply for the fact that I feel like she embodies everything that, like I said about Ursa, a lot of what it means to be strong and being soft at the same time. Because at first it just comes off like, oh yeah, she just lies to people, she's a scammer, she does whatever she wants to get money, she's superficial, but then you realize as the story goes on that she's really a lot more than that. She just hides it because she doesn't want anybody to use it against her. And she just, needs to survive on her own. Because she always knew that it was really all herself until she realized she could depend, on the people that she joined up with later on. So she'd let down a lot of her walls down, which is always very nice to see. So she's another one that I personally will love for the rest of my life. I can't talk much about Julia because as much as I loved her, I felt like she stayed very mysterious to me. So, I know that she obviously loves Spike a lot, but at the same time, I feel like they didn't show too much about her for me to truly say, yeah, I love her with all my heart and soul. But I do fucks with her regardless. I loved her dedication to Spike, so that was really nice. But I can't really say much about her individual character because sadly, they don't tell you too much, or they just try to make her too mysterious. But she's definitely another one I can say that I like. Saya from Blood Plus, she's definitely one of my favorites. I love Blood Plus with all my heart and soul. I definitely feel it's an underrated anime which a lot of people have not watched, which is a shame. But I loved her story simply because she starts off as this vulnerable, like, doesn't seem like she doesn't know too much about the world adolescent. But then you realize there's a whole depth to her that even she herself didn't know. And the way she just starts discovering about herself and how to deal with the darkness that is her past and the mistakes that she accidentally made by unleashing her sister Diva into the world, just because she just wanted to try to have a relationship with her, and how she had to just man up and be like, you know what, fuck you, bitch, I'm gonna kill you because you ain't shit. And yeah, she's definitely another character I can say I can relate to a lot, because through the whole anime, she was over here fighting these foreign forces while still trying to discover who exactly was she. Was she good? Was she bad? What purpose did she serve in this life? Would she even blend in with humanity? Like, there's just so much about her that I definitely felt I can connect with. So she's definitely top 10 for me. So I loved her. And I know there's another one, but I can't think right now. But I know there's another character that I truly, truly love with my fucking heart. Oh, and Balsa. Oh my god, how could I forget about Balsa from Moribito? God, she's fucking awesome. Oh, I love her. If y'all never watched Moribito, let me tell you, I don't want to talk to you. So, because that's definitely an underrated anime that should be appreciated, because Balsa's a fucking badass. Okay? Like, that woman will whoop your ass with a spear so hard. So beautiful. But yeah, she's definitely another one. Simply because she chose to endanger her life, for a boy who's of royal blood. Simply because start off as a job, but then she, gained love for that child and also for herself, because she thought that would be like the last job she ever did before she thought that she deserved death for something she did in her past. But doing that job and protecting that boy like if it was hers taught her to value her life, and taught her that she could love other things and not just be wallowing in hate and regret and bitterness. So she's also top 10 for me. And yeah, there's just so many that I can talk about, but that'd be too long. But I would have to say those would be like my top ones.
Definitely agree with that. Brian, did you want to kind of go again?
No, you can go ahead. I don't have a list like y'all where y'all have, I haven't seen that much. I go ahead and mid, so, stuff to that. So we can go ahead and just take over.
Yeah. For me, I think my number one female anime character will always be Fujiko Min from Lupin the Third.
Oh yeah.
The reason I say that is because Lupin was I consider it my very first anime. Now I know that, Pokemon and Digimon and Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, these animes that I watched beforehand, but of course I didn't know at the time that it was considered anime. I just thought it was just a cartoon. But when I first watched Lupin the Third back when Adult Swim had just started back in I think 2000 or 2001. I remember just staying up late. I mean, I know it's not something that a third or fourth grader is supposed to be doing at the time, but I did. I would stay up to like damn near midnight watching Adult Swim. And back then, this is when they had Lupin the Third, they had Cowboy Bebop, and all those OG Adult Swim shows that came on during that time. So Fujiko was like the very first female character I think that I just fell in love with because I've always loved the characterization of the femme fatale. I love the elegance, I love the attitude, I love the intelligence, and I love the danger that comes with these female characters because I find them to be so fascinating and so interesting because they have so many qualities mixed up in their characterization that it also leaves them with this air of mystery that even though you think you know everything about them, there's always something that you're just always going to learn about them each and every day and having to play that game on whether or not you can trust them, whether you can't trust them, whose side are they on, I love that puzzle mind game that goes on when I see and watch these femme fatale characters. And Fujiko is definitely number one for me in that regard. So she would probably always be number one in my book. Number two, definitely would have to go to Faye. Faye, who is like, from that family tree of Fujiko, because the influence of Lupin the Third on Cowboy Bebop is very evident, especially in Faye's character. What do I love about Faye? Pretty much for the same thing reasons I love about Fujiko. It's just that femme fatale, intelligence, that feminism that she exhibits, the strength, but also when I learned about, her backstory and the fact that she was chronologically frozen over time and, what happened to her home and then waking up, not even being asked to be resurrected, but she was, and then ended up being in an insurmountable amount of debt. And then you come to realize when you think back to when you first meet her, like, why is she always so obsessed with making money? And you realize it doesn't necessarily have to do with the fact that she's a selfish character who only cares about herself. It's the fact that she's been given a raw deal and she's just trying to figure out a way how she's going to be able to survive. And so you sympathize with the character like that, and also along with the fact that she lost her memory too, suffering from amnesia. So that definitely, made her character very easy to sympathize with and just understand the pain and the things that she had to endure as a character. Definitely makes her memorable. And I think that her final conversation that she has with Spike before he goes
Here's your
off,
stuff.
to me, is still one of the saddest
It's just a
moments in like
surprise.
anime
I
history.
can fix her right away.
Even
Please
to
just
this
give me
day,
one
it's
moment.
just hard having to watch that scene and how seeing how Spike walks off and then she's firing her shots and kind of like in his honor. And of
Alert.
course, we
The
all know how the
machine life
story
form
goes.
has returned.
But yeah, she would definitely be number two on my list. I already see that Alex brought up Revy, of course. You can't bring up a list and not bring up two hands without question. I mean, she's just a downright badass. I mean, that's just the simplest way that you can just sum up Revy is that she's just a total badass. I mean, when I first started watching Black Lagoon, she totally just blew me away with just her attitude and you know somewhat psychotic tendencies as well, but it just all made up her being just this fantastic character. And then, of course, like towards the second season, when you start to learn more about her backstory and her characterization, definitely helps makes her a lot more likable. Let's see who else. Mikasa, Attack on Titan. Mikasa, definitely.
Hostile machine life forms detected.
I'm surprised you didn't bring her up, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know why. I would have honestly brought up Revy, but I've watched a lot of anime, well, not as much as y'all see, but like Black Lagoon, Attack on Titan. Revy is actually one of my favorite anime characters, and so is Mikasa, truthfully. But it's like, I just didn't think of them at the time. But I always did love Misaka from Attack on Titan. She was a particular favorite of mine. I have to get back to that now that I think about it. But, yeah. Who else were you saying?
Of course, we've already gone over Major Kusanagi. I mean, she's always going to be top five, no matter, to the last days of anime. She's definitely going to be in a top five list without question. She definitely exhibits all the qualities that I think that most women, if not all women, should aspire to be, and that's being, knowledgeable, intelligent, and just having an attitude, that you don't give a fuck. You're able to carry yourself in an air of confidence that you're content with who you are and your own character, your own person, no matter what. And she definitely exhibits that kind of likable attitude and character. Yeah, man, Alex, there's so many characters. I mean, there's so much great anime over the years and so many great female characters. I mean, we could do this sort of thing like every weekend for like months, and we still won't be able to touch on everybody. There's a lot to definitely think about.
Indeed.
She is so new.
Tell me something I don't know.
Feel like I'm an android weirdo. Playondics.
This so reminds me of like when all the fucking village kids in Twilight Princess ask Link to buy the damn slingshot. Like, you little shits.
Hey, they weren't even the ones playing, was it? Wow, we really got a lot tonight. I didn't think we'd have a lot of comments of people watching this time around.
What's some other characters? Riza Hawkeye in Full Metal Alchemist. We had brought up. Who did you bring up, Brian?
You talking about a while ago before I stopped?
Yeah.
Well, I know I was talking about Revy, and I know we've already covered it, but one of the many things I love
You have
is
brought
how...
up Winter.
Yeah, she was a particular staple of her, her character I did love throughout the entire series. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I love her dedication that she has to Colonel Mustang, especially the incident, once he goes blind. It's like, no matter what happens, no matter his outbreaks, his attitude and everything, is like, she remains faithful by his side. And I've always admired that about her.
That real ass loyalty. That's hard to find these days. I'm surprised one of y'all hadn't said Lust.
I don't consider her a favorite character of mine.
You know?
I mean, she's a badass, she's sexy, but I'm not, apart from that, it's like, She doesn't really give that much. She does that typical femme fatale that just, you know, does people dirty and doesn't mind killing people. It's not really all that depth to her.
Yeah. She did have a magnificent death.
Of course she did. My man's Roy Mustang incinerated that hoe.
He went in though. I love that shit.
She deserved that shit, man. Fuck, how you gonna kill May Hughes? I'm always gonna be salty over my man May Hughes. Don't even bring him up because I'm gonna cry. I know I want to.
It's alright. My boy got him back when he killed him. Mustang fucking went in. Like, what did he do? Did he just keep using a lighter throughout the whole fucking time as he kept burning her? And then she kept getting up?
He lived up to his name as the Flame Alchemist. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Incinerated the living soul out that bitch.
Literally. Like, damn.
I truly have to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood again because, God, that's a fucking amazing anime.
It had those moments where it made you go like, God damn, this shit was heat.
Yeah, I mean, Lust is, of course, a beautiful character. I mean, she's fine, but she's
not much to her.
Definitely nowhere in the league of like wrath and greed when it comes to like my favorite homunculus.
Definitely.
So Gary, you're not gonna get to your, your women from Persona?
What's that?
You're not gonna go into your women of Persona?
I mean, I could.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even really know where to start. Of course, everyone knows about, even if you haven't played the game yet, you've heard about Makoto. I mean, I personally prefer her older sister, Sai, which unfortunately we're not able to romance her because of certain events that happen in the game that would just make it completely impossible. But Makoto, in my opinion, is the best dateable girl in Persona 5. I think that she's the best complementary character to Akira or Joker, however you want to refer to him. She's practically the co-captain of the Phantom Thieves. She's the kind of brains of the operation. So even though that you can date, whoever you want in Persona 5, there is no canon romance in the game, but I kind of feel like there are certain events in the game that kind of push you towards romancing Makoto, but ultimately it's your own decision of who you want to date. But I personally think that she's the best girl, overall, outside of her older sister. Excuse me. As far as the older women, I would have to say Tai Takami, the Goth Doctor, is my favorite older female option in Persona 5. I know a lot of people like Kawakami, the teacher slash maid. I know she's pretty popular, but I don't really care for her that much. I mean, her social link was pretty interesting, but I actually don't really prefer her as a romance option. So, yeah, I would have to say Sai slash Makoto and Tai are like my favorite female characters in Persona 5. Of course, I love all the girls who are in the Phantom Thieves, Han, Haru, and Futaba. They're all great. And it's actually, they're all the female characters in Persona 5. They're all great. They're all well-rounded. It's very interesting to see how they're able to progress, in their characterization from being who they were to, taking off their masks that they showed themselves to society and, banding together to create the Phantom Thieves, to rebel against society. It's just definitely a great fun experience to see how they're able to make that transition in their lives. And, Yeah, I can't recommend the game enough. I mean, if you are definitely a fan of JRPG games, Final Fantasy, anything like that, you definitely need to give Persona 5 a shot. I promise you, if you put in time that's required to really enjoy the game, you're going to be able to experience that. I mean, it's so far the greatest game I've ever played. So, and I've played a lot of games over the years. I've been gaming for over 20 years now. And Persona 5 is at the top of my list right now. So, it's quite the experience, people. That's all I can say. Definitely give it a shot.
Ooh, well put. Well, I did think of two protagonists from an anime I do like that I can address.
Then address.
Well, for one, we're gonna go with Satsuki Kiryuin. What are we guessing at?
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah.
I can't put her as a favorite, but she's cool.
Her and Ryuko stick out to me the most as a favorite because I kind of like her attitude. What's going on here? Oh no. No.
Yukina, yes, from Cabinet of the Iron Fortress. Absolutely agreed. I love her. She's so fun. So fun.
You know you like to figure out her muscles and shit when she was cute.
Oh, her back muscles give me life. I can't wait till season 2 of that.
Okay.
I love her. I'm so glad they did not do the typical, they sexualize her in such a feminine way. I'm so glad they gave her like that sexy but still hardcore vibe. Fucking love it. Yeah, anybody that hasn't watched Cabinet of the Iron Fortress, y'all should watch it. I don't give a fuck what people say. It's awesome. And it has an amazing soundtrack. So for all you fucking haters, fuck all of y'all.
And just what you were talking about, we were talking about the children in the village and shit going to fucking hell.
I guess. I never said hell, but I told you that something was gonna happen to the village eventually. And it was not by my own doing.
Yeah, you're supposed to destroy them at one point. Okay.
So if you want to get ending N, you're gonna destroy the village on your own. But this happens already as part of the story.
Okay.
So this has nothing to do with me. I'm actually helping them, so.
The one thing that really throws me off is just how much A2 reminds me of you. Like the chick literally sounds like how you would answer in a text. Be like, I wonder. Alright.
That's because you're so overly dramatic.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what makes the interaction between you two funny, is the fact of how, melancholic and how overly dramatic you are, and then comparing that alongside with her dry ass humor, it's hilarious. Because normally you would think it's the other way around, because she's a woman, that she would be the one that's actually emotional. But it's vice versa. You're the one who's emotional as shit, and she's the one with the dry sense of humor.
So technically, you're the one that wears the thong in this party.
Oh god. I'll go ahead and say I'm a very empathetic, emotional person, so yeah.
You're the one with the tampon and the maxi pad.
Yeah.
That's all.
Our relationship is weird, so it's just a bit okay.
It's not weird. It's just that, I'm more of a man than you are. That's all it is. Because even though I have my, obviously my sentimental side, it's not like yours. You know, you express yourself. You're very open about it. Meanwhile, me on the other hand, I'm not. I'm not that type of person. You know, not because I try to come off as like, oh yeah, I don't really care about anything, but I just, yeah, I just don't express my emotions that way. So
I can't. Yeah.
yeah, and you do. You know, you have no shame in that, and I find that weird.
It's just I can't for the life of me. It's very hard to keep those types of fucking feelings confined. But that's probably because I'm young. You know, I haven't learned how to completely do that yet. So, but I for the life of me can't understand how people not coming at you in any way, like keep it all in. Like it just seems impossible. Like it would literally tear me up inside if I let it keep things, bottled up.
I don't necessarily think that age plays a role in that because I've always been like this, and I'm pretty sure that Jake expected it too. Is that when it comes to emotions and your personal experiences, you keep them private. Not that you can't talk about these personal issues. You just realize that it's nobody else's business, Anything that I'm having to go through in my experiences, we keep to ourselves because we're just private people in that regard. Whereas someone like you wear your heart on your sleeve for the most part. Not saying that's a bad thing at all because it's not, that's just how you are. But, when you take someone who wears their heart on their sleeve and, put them in a room with two people who are not that way, who don't really, engage in kind of, those situations of kind of like drama and heavy emotions, it creates friction and some kind of tension because you're dealing with two people who are pretty much polar opposites on a subject. So it can be somewhat difficult to kind of relate.
Yeah, that's why she says a lot. She can't relate to a lot of things, a lot of situations I deal with because, she just doesn't,
Yeah, she can sympathize, but she can't be empathetic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I am not a badass woman. I'm just a woman.
You're just a boy stuck in a woman's body.
Then that would make me gay because I like dick.
Oh my god. No, there was something I was gonna say. I forgot when Gary explained it. One thing I will say, while I do have that type of, way about myself, I don't, like, straight up push my stuff on other people. Not all the time, no. Like, I've learned, you know what I'm saying? I keep that to myself because I'm a workforce and everywhere else. Nobody's really gonna give a damn about what you're going through because they're caring too much about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so I don't put that on everybody. Like I say, I'm vulnerable to the people, I can feel I can be like that around. So, which I feel is kind of necessary because you can't be like so strong and lesser than all the damn time. That takes an effect and a toll on you. That's too much.
Yeah, I think what also plays a role in it is, who exactly you wanting to confide in. Because you have people, who have issues and go to people, and pretty much all they want is that they want to be coddled and told that everything that's going on is not their fault. They're able to, show them that to point their fingers at everyone else and say that this is the reason why you're in this predicament in your life. It's so unfair. you're right, you're precious, you're completely
So,
innocent.
we're gonna hold.
Everything
Proposal
that's going
follow
on is not your
immediately
fault.
to
These are the
take
lies
state
that
parts.
most people want to
What's the
hear.
hurry?
But like in the case when you're talking to me or Jay or talking to both of us at the same time, and you bring up,
Wait,
certain issues
there's more?
pertaining to you and what you kind of feel like you don't exactly understand or things that are affecting
What?
you, you know that the both of us are just going to be completely upfront and blunt with you regarding these situations, and we're not going to sugarcoat anything. So we're going to tell you what you
I'll
need to
smash
hear,
them before they can
and
get to
most
the
of the time
ship.
it's not what you want to hear, because you
Right.
want to hear that everything that you do is correct, and the reason
It's
that you're
not.
in certain situations and circumstances is not your fault. You've done the best you could. It's just the world's trying to screw you over. Well, in the sense, yeah, the world screws everybody over in a
We sort
certain
it out
degree.
later.
But
Right now, we
also
have
at
to
the
take them
same time,
down.
if you're wanting to be progressive and you're wanting to grow, it starts with you having to be able to change the way your outlook on life, which is what we talked about yesterday.
These bastards
So
won't
Yeah.
then once
stop.
you're able to change your perception on life, that's going to be the time where you're really going to be able to mature as a person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. How did we get here?
I don't know.
Yeah,
On
let's not.
Goliaths too?
How the fuck this is a goddamn crazy.
They're still coming.
So strong on the other side. So. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much been identified.
I always find it funny how you always see like guys who try to like romanticize or idealize Jake, like saying that she's this and that, and she's fucking magical, and all these special qualities and shit. And it's
And
like,
she's
if you
not.
met her in real life, you know, it's not that. I mean, it's just that she's comfortable in her own skin and being who she is, and she doesn't give a fuck. I mean, that's her like personality and her character summed up in 2 sentences. So it's not
Yeah.
anything that's necessarily worthy of praise or
Exactly.
deifying her to an extent. It's just that she's herself and she's comfortable in her own skin.
I
And I
think that's
think
what I'm
that
saying. People confuse that uniqueness, I guess, that a lot of women are not comfortable in their skin to think that I'm something
yeah,
magical. I'm like, I'm not a fucking unicorn. I'm not. I'm just any other horse in the stable. Okay, I'm just not the first horse that you're gonna fuck. Feel
Oh
me?
my god.
So, I will kick you in the nuts first before you do that. I'm not like any old easy ass bitch, but I'm not anything
Which
special
is
either, But
no wonder now I see all those times it's like it's no need to gas me up and fucking say all those damn compliments
no, it's
because
not
you're
because
really not.
a lot of
Yeah.
girls say that. Oh yeah, they say such things, but they like being gassed up. I do not like being gassed up at
Nah.
all because I know who I am. And I'm not
Right.
this, magical girl that, has like, the perfect body, the perfect face, has like this cute ass personality. Like she's dope because
Right.
she's into
Yeah.
nerdy things. Like, no, I'm not that bitch, not that girl.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
myself, I am just me. I don't put titles on myself. I'm just me.
Yeah.
And now, like Gary said,
Yeah.
I'm just very comfortable in my skin. Like he's seen me like when I barely wake up in the morning. Because, I don't give a fuck how I look about myself. So, regardless of how I look on the outside, I'm still myself. I don't care. You can take it or leave it. You can love me or you can hate me. It's not going to change my life if you do or not. My life will keep going on regardless. So, saying.
Yeah, it's like I've seen Jay like in person wearing makeup like probably once, and that was like the very first time that we met, like 4 or 5 years ago. That's like the only time I've seen her like dressed up and wearing makeup. Usually when I go to see her, she
She ain't wearing
has
shit.
no makeup on. Her hair really isn't combed, and she's in sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah,
I
she's
give a fuck
chilling.
if I don't care, because I know that she's comfortable. I don't want her having to dress up and doing this and that, you know, because it's unnecessary. You know,
Yeah.
Are you alright, A2?
You don't
there's
have to
no
look good
need.
for somebody you're
Thanks for the
comfortable with.
assist.
I couldn't hear the children.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
Yeah,
that.
because
I
at
didn't
the
mean
end of the
to.
day, it's like, we're friends because our personalities are cool with each other. He's not my friend because, oh yeah, she's pretty. She has to keep up that pretty face for me. If I dress up because I want to and I like it, but nearly majority of the time, I'm going to be me with no makeup or makeup, with my hair straight or my hair curly. I'm still myself. That does not change. So that's what
Yeah.
truly counts. If you don't like how I look on the
Yeah.
outside, or if I look like shit, then you know what? You can think that because I do.
That's their problem.
But I do though. I mean, I look really shitty when I'm like in my, home. I don't care. I'm always in pajamas, always with my hair like not combed at all, my face all greasy and shit. I just don't care.
We gotta admire that.
Yeah, like it took me a long time to reach this point. When I was a teenager, I swear I forgot, I would be so paranoid about not even wanting to go to school because I couldn't find eyeliner to put on.
Why would they do
That's how
such a
low
thing?
self-esteem I had. So it took me a long time to grow comfortable in my own skin. And I'm glad that I did because I don't struggle with that anymore.
How would
Right.
teaching them lead to something like this?
Yeah. So it's not really all that hyped up or anything, it's just
Oh,
you growing
no.
as a person and,
Yeah.
being comfortable with yourself.
Yeah,
And
people
we
think
can respect
because
that.
people think because a girl plays video games that oh yeah, she's totally different. She's this rare Pokemon. No, I'm not. It's just for some reason I don't know why y'all don't meet these girls. Y'all meet the females that think playing video games is childish. So when they see a girl that is into the gaming lifestyle, they think she's just this unique person. Gaming is not unique even for women. It's just y'all just don't find us supposedly.
And they scare them off too, as you said, because the moment they meet them, as you said before, you assault them with so many fucking questions about, she's into it, but let me make sure and clarify she knows what she's talking about. Like
That is so
although
irritating. I just want to let every man know, if y'all keep doing that to girls on social media,
gonna
like to
scare them
prove,
off.
like, oh yeah, how nerdy they are, they're on your level. Let me tell you, that's whack
Right.
as fuck. That is not cute. I don't know. Y'all really sit here pretending y'all know everything, and you're probably, it's not that cute. And that's probably from the same motherfuckers who probably played every Call of Duty there is. So fuck out of my face, because that shit irritates me. Y'all probably the ones that are scared to play RPGs.
Pascal's memories.
So don't even do that, because that's ridiculous. Doesn't matter if I have a vagina and you have a dick. What matters is that, if you share a hobby, then you can talk about it. And that's cool, because then you can, be friends about it, maybe be more than friends about it. That's what should matter. But y'all see a girl and y'all just think that, y'all want to tell her she's just on my level. Like, no, humble yourself. It's not cute, man.
Like they go crazy, assault them with the questions, and it just forces them to go into hiding. Like you're never gonna meet them if you're
Yeah,
like.
you have a lot of women who have to deal with that, having to go through interrogation from these dumbass guys about, what level of, geek fandom are they on? Are you a filthy ass casual? What kind of games do you play?
Guilty casual.
Have you played this and that, or you haven't played that, you watch so and so anime. And it's like, you have no business trying to pass judgment over these women, trying to compare, if they're true, anime fans or they true nerds. It's like, who gave you the fucking right to sit there and judge? Like, this is total bullshit.
But
guess
they,
because
They
yeah.
used to have that kind of attitude.
And ironically, this
Like,
coming from the same dudes that get really sensitive when a girl judges them on because they like playing video games. But when you find one that actually does, y'all want to judge her, like, you know, test her. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? You know, if anything, you should be cool. Like, oh yeah, like she, you know, she relates to me. You know, like she's cool with it. She's in that lifestyle. But no,
Run with the
y'all, yeah,
open-mindedness. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't look at you different because you don't play video games or you do play it. If you're cool, then you're cool. That's what should be it. Now, if you're into the shit I'm in, that makes you even cooler because I can talk to you about these things.
Right.
That really should be that simple, but I don't know why everybody wants to be extra about everything.
Well, as Gary said about it a while yesterday, I think, or many other times, it's like you have a lot of these young people from my generation, with me and all that, that are, for one thing, self-conscious. Another thing, they're quick to pass judgment, and they're hella airheaded with a lot of things. So they think if you're not on their wavelength, you know, they're not worth fucking with. And it's like most of the dudes, like I talk to, when they talk. There was a lot of dudes in my high school I associated with who, you know, they were so invested in finding a girl who was a gamer. And the moment they found one, I was like, oh, I know somebody because I had a lot back then. And once I introduced them to him, he immediately just assaulted her with questions. And I was like, why are you doing that? You're literally scaring her off. You know, and it's like, oh no, I'm just trying to, you know, make sure I can talk about this type of stuff with her, and it's like, okay though, but there's better ways than, you know, assaulting her with questions to prove your superiority, to prove she knows what she's talking about. That's hella stupid on your part.
yeah, but the reality is that there are a lot of male gamers who despise female gamers. You know,
Why?
yeah, you do have a select few who, you know, like adore and worship girls who are in the video games and in the anime. But you also have a good amount of men who cannot stand the idea that there are girls playing video games and watching anime. So
That's
they will take any
disgusting.
chance they can get to harass them, and that's just totally
That's
uncalled.
disgusting. That's disgraceful. That
But
is,
but it
you
happens, you
didn't.
know, and that's why I'm saying, as a woman, sometimes it's just really hard to, you know, be on social media and put yourself out there because, you know, I'm
You're
not
gonna
here.
get
Yeah, because
judged.
I'm not here saying that, you know, men are trash. I'm never ever going to say that because that's being a hypocrite. Because I'll always love men regardless. But, you know, there's a lot of guys that make other guys just look bad because of their attitudes. And there's just a lot that just make us, you know, defensive because we're like, if we put ourselves out there, you know, it's going to be somebody that's just going to want to harass us or say stupid shit or be disrespectful, be vulgar. And honestly, I've been through that in my years of being on social media. And it's tiresome at a point. Like, you're just like, what even is the point?
What happened to you?
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's just ridiculous how they feel a certain type of way about it. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to sit and try to understand stupidity. I just feel like a lot of men should stop being babies about it and not do that.
So just hang tight.
You're getting to that point where you're just like fed up with social media, aren't you?
Actually, no, I'm not fed up with it because if I was, I would have given it up a long time ago. I just don't care anymore. Like, if somebody's going to be disrespectful, then I'll just block you. And I'll keep moving on with my life. I don't have the time to be arguing with you or, you know, this back and forth name calling. Ain't nobody got that kind of time. Especially, I don't need that. You know, it's like that what happened to me the other day about, you know, that one follower that I had that actually, you know, tagged me in a porn video as though he was trying to, you know, tell me, oh yeah, that's how I want to be with you.
That was disgusting.
That was ridiculous. And that was so out of the blue. Because I'm here like...
No, it was that same guy we came at because he kept saying we were judging him about what we like and how we like, and we weren't on the same wavelength and shit. I was like, hold up.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, I don't understand why some people are that way. But I just blocked him on site. I was like, I saw that shit and I was like, yeah, you're getting blocked.
That's disrespectful.
I've actually found it amusing. You know, because I'm here like,
Of course you would.
I find everything amusing nowadays. Had this been me like 2, 3 years ago, I would have been all the way pissed off. You know, with good reason. But now I just see it as, I just see it as really, really
Wow.
funny. Because I'm here like, you're the one making yourself look incredibly foolish. You know, it's just funny.
It's like, yeah, I kind of get it because you pretty much lived and seen the worst and dealt with the shit. And it's like, yeah, you can sit back and laugh at it.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, maybe I've just gotten to the point that I just really don't care anymore, and I just find it funny. Like, I even told my mom what happened, you know, because I don't really have anything tied from her at all. Even she found it amusing. But it's like, I don't know why people do them. Like, it's always the people that hide behind, you know, pictures that are not of themselves. So I'm not gonna stress about that shit. I'm like, if you wanna, I have nothing against porn. I don't. Okay? Even I watch porn sometimes, you know. But I just don't think it's cute to be, you know, tagging people in random porn videos. You know, that's not cute at all.
Dude,
I don't know what you're,
like,
yeah, I don't know what you're trying to get out of it. I'm lewd, but I keep it classy. You know, I tend to censor myself a lot, no matter how lewd I am. So I tend to be very introvert with a lot of my things. But a lot of people just make it look so trashy. And he was definitely one of those people. But I'm not gonna sit here and worry about it. You know, I know there's always gonna be that one weird follow that pops out of the random and wants to bug you and flirt with you and hype you up, and I'm like, oh, it's such a routine thing.
Like that.
You know?
Yeah, like that Ichigo dude. That dude.
We don't talk about trash.
Alright.
But yeah, he was annoying, so I had to block him. Because he really was delusional. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. And I'm not the shit, so you hyping me up is just going to make you look stupid. So, you know, I'm just any old regular person. I'm not the Queen of Sheba. I ain't Cleopatra. I am not a supermodel, you know, so y'all need to stop. I appreciate compliments. Of course I do. Any woman does. But don't put me on a pedestal because you're only been disappointing yourself.
Right.
That's all I really gotta say. Especially when you don't even know me in person. That's even worse. Please don't hype anyone up that way, because you'll always end up disappointing yourself and try to blame it on that person and saying, oh, you fooled me. No, you fooled yourself. You know, by having these expectations that were never true. So I was always keeping it 100. You were the one that came up with this delusion and thought it was real. You couldn't distinct between fiction and reality. That's not my responsibility. It's not my issue.
I can get that because I've done that myself back when I was in high school with some of the girls I had talked to, and it's like I used to think they were so amazing, this and that. Then I really got to know them, and then, you know, they turned out to be, you know, they weren't anything, and I was like, damn, she really wasn't as, you know, much as I thought. Then I sat there and thought about it. I was like, it's not her, it's me for setting that ridiculous ass expectation, thinking she was something she was not. I was like.
Yeah, but I think as, you know, as a teenager is passable because you're teenagers. You know, you don't have that broad mind to really, you know, look into people and get to know people because you don't even know about yourself at that age. You know, it's like you're not a kid anymore, but you're not an adult yet. So you're like in this purgatory state of your life. Yeah, so you're pretty much just living this youth that you're even confused about. So I can understand teenagers being foolish that way. I can excuse that. Because everybody's gone through that. But when you're a full-fledged adult, like myself, or older than me, and you be playing those kind of childish games, that's where it crosses the line. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Yeah.
You know, now I look back on it, back when I first met you, god damn, I really did gas you up so much. I really did. That is funny as shit.
I'm glad you agree, Alex. You have a very sensible mind.
That's one thing I can agree. He's a very intelligent individual.
Indeed he is.
I'm not look back at it. I kind of feel, God, I get through that a lot.
Large structural unit of machine landform origin activated to the east.
A large what now? What's going on around here?
Trash. You're
Well,
fucking
let's go
trash.
check out this large
I remember,
structural
who, you talking about me?
Yeah.
You're just
Man.
despicable.
You're canceled.
I remember I used to, now that I look at it, I used to gas you up so much on that bitch. I was like, oh my God, you did great. I was like,
You still do.
I do, but now, you know what I'm saying? I look at it like, I don't look at you like I did before. You know what I'm saying? Before I
Okay,
used to, like,
didn't a couple of days ago you used to tell me, you just told me I had perfect profile pictures? Well, you know that's a whole ass bullshit. That's bullshit as fuck.
I'm not gonna sit here and say you have perfect pictures because nobody's perfect, but
You did say that though.
You did say that. We got the receipts.
shit.
So you
It's just,
still
to
gas
me,
me
they
up
look-
sometimes.
Huh?
I'm saying you still gas me up sometimes, which I really hate when you do that.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. It's not as bad as when I was younger. So,
Yeah, but it's still corny. And I kind of wish you'd stop. Because like I can say, it's one thing, a compliment every once in a while is cool. I accept that. But when you be over exaggerating that's annoying. You know, that's another
yeah.
issue because when we girls say, "Oh yeah, you should stop," that's just annoying. Yeah, I think like we're being self-important when it's not. It just truly is annoying because we don't say like we're ugly and shit for y'all to tell us otherwise. We say it because that's how we look at ourselves, and that does not mean that I don't have confidence in myself. It's just that I know I can be very unflattering sometimes. Well, a lot of times. You know.
It's because like a lot of dudes confused with the girls who not only say that for attention, but they think, she's really considering herself like that. Maybe I could, remind her. That's a lot of the times what went through our minds and what we're thinking at the time. But most of the time it's because they deal with women who, when they say that, as it, So I mean, yeah, they say stuff like that to get your attention.
Yeah, it's just annoying after a while. If you say I'm pretty the first time we meet, that's cool. That's fine, Awesome. But don't keep saying that all the time like that's feeding my soul because it's not. You know?
Yeah.
Like I really, really hate when people do that.
Yeah, I get you.
It's like I'm more than my outer appearance,
Right.
A lot more. And if you're so stubborn you can't see that, then you'll end up disappointing yourself.
And with all these damn conversations, I really sat there and thought, wow, there's literally, well, I mean, there was one to you beforehand, but it's like, I guess I'll say, I've never really got to see all of it, and I'm very happy that I did. So, there's a lot more to you than just how you look. So it's kind of like, I'll say, did I bypass it? I don't know.
I guess.
You know what?
No, you want me to say it? I don't know. People always think like I'm fun. I'm not fun either. I'm actually a very boring person.
Gary, confirm this is true. Because I don't want to know this. Not that it would affect if when I first visit her at all, but I kind of do want to know that.
Confirm what?
If she really boring, she says.
Yes.
Told you.
Yeah, she's not a spontaneous person, like when we hang out, we don't really say too much. I mean, like we'll be watching TV or watching movies or playing video games, but and of course we'll start cracking jokes after a while once we're doing something. But it's nothing like I said spontaneous. We don't really go out. We go out, every now and then, like maybe we do something. We'll get something to eat, but for the most part, it's just chill.
You don't force anything.
Yeah.
Like you just enjoy each other.
Yeah, because we don't have to. We've known each other for over 5 years now. So it's like we're hanging out and it's just us relaxing and kind of like just enjoying the peace and quiet. There's nothing wrong.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, not every moment's going to be, this
crazy fun,
fantastic Disney World bullshit, I mean,
yeah.
We kind of had that moment when we first met because, that was our first time meeting each other eye to eye.
Right.
But, it's been years now. So it's just like, I'll go over there and it's like my second home. That's what it's like when I go there. My mom always, looks out and takes great care of me every time I go over there. So, when I chill with her, it's like I'm at home.
Yeah, home.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, like, we reached a point that we can be in comfortable silence. We don't always have to be like, all the way out there. And I think that's where you can really say that, you're definitely cool with each other, because you don't have to be all extra about it. Because we always have fun in our own way. And I always enjoy when he comes over, and keeps me company. It's cool,
That's what you mean by when you say don't be so extra. Don't force so much shit. Like, just be chill. If you have nothing to say, don't say anything. You don't have to force yourself.
Yeah, it's like, people are just afraid to be in silence in the same room because they think it turns awkward. And at first it is awkward, but if you get past that point, realize that, you don't have to always talk with each other. Like, I've gone months and years without talking to people. And when I talk to them again, it's like, we just pick up right where we left off. It's like, it doesn't get awkward. It's like, it's been like 6 years since I've talked to this person. It's going to be awkward. Like, I don't know what to say. And I've never had that issue. All my friends and I, we keep in touch from time to time. Like, I remember, like, my friend from high school, like, he was still a really good friend of mine. He still hits me up, like, on my birthdays or holidays and stuff. And even though we don't have conversations that way anymore, but we're still friends. Yeah, so we'll always be cool with each other. We don't have to be all like that crazy high school shit that, I have to be like, besties with her or with him. Like, we're gonna link arms and, skip across the sunset. No.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
I was like,
you have people who feel their idea of, being in a friendship is that you have to talk to somebody every single fucking day. And I mean, there are times where Jay and I, we go like a week without speaking to each other. But as soon as we start back talking, it's like, we pick up right when we left off, and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
And if there's ever a problem going on, we can go to each other and we'll talk it out and everything's cool. But we don't have to be in each other's face and in each other's business like some people. It's like, sometimes you have to talk to them, multiple times throughout the day. You gotta text them before they go to bed. You gotta text them when they wake up. And it's like, I don't have to do all that crazy ass. Because it's just so unnecessary.
Exactly.
Yeah. When I first met her, it's like there was, and I still feel this. It's like every time I would like talk, I was like, damn, I don't have anything to say. I don't want to waste my time or like, make it awkward. But I really did when I first started, like especially with the whole streaming thing, because this was recent. I really did feel I was getting comfortable to a point with you to where I could, just randomly just sit in silence and just wait until I had something, or just enjoy her company, your company, I mean. But it always made me feel like bad because I never really had anything to say the moment I got on the mic, It's why I'm so, like, yeah, extra, I'll say. I'm always the one who either says something or breaks the silence or does something, because I don't know, I guess considering silence, it always feels awkward. I'm at a point I can say with y'all that, it's not bad. Because, like, with the people I hang out with, it's like, it feels so weird just to sit quietly with them, you know?
2B told me. She told me
And,
she wanted you to become a good person.
We get you.
yeah. But I mean, I'll say I'm not completely over this because it takes time too. But, I'm getting to a point to where I can be comfortable and just enjoy y'all, you know? Yeah. I'm just glad, that you don't, because you don't force me to try to, come out of my shell. Because, like, I really had some friends who, like, they would get mad just because I don't talk to them as much or do anything like that or anything crazy. Mm, shit. Like, my friend Serena, she literally would just, like, with her, she gets mad every time I don't hit her up at all. I'm like, really? Mm,
Yeah, we get you. But it's
what the
like it's
fuck?
different at your age. At your age, y'all still spontaneous young people who are just starting to live off that high school vibe. You know, so a lot of y'all still hold on to that, and there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. But at my age, and his age is just different. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that
Hmm.
you're just in a different wavelength still. But eventually
I
you'll
have
come
to.
to a time that you realize as adults we can literally just sit in the same room for hours not talking to each other and we still enjoying each other's company. And
Hmm.
yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and be content with the.
Yeah, like we can talk sometimes. We don't have, let's say, we don't have to talk all the time. It thinks that, oh yeah, it's gonna wither the relationship or friendship that y'all have, and that's not how it works. You know, you don't. I don't. There's some days I don't even feel like speaking at all.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't have anything to talk about every day. Like
Right.
maybe every
But
year,
there be.
probably, but not every day. So I'd really
Yeah.
hate when people say like, oh yeah, I have to talk to her every day. I can't go one day. You can't. You just haven't learned to do so yet.
Yeah, it's just like all the time. There be times that I be straying looking for shit to say, and it's just like, damn, what the fuck do I say? And I'm like,
Well,
yeah,
you're just talkative by nature. You know,
yes, I am.
you
Yeah,
are, and
I'm a
that's not a
talkative
bad thing.
person.
I'm not a really talkative person. I only really talk when I come home. But when I'm 8 hours at work every day, I'm literally quiet. I don't talk to anybody because I don't feel the need to. I only talk
That's
to
how
my
I
mom
be.
when I come
Yeah.
home, literally, and rare times when we chat on the weekdays. But aside from that, I
Hmm.
only really only talk to 4 people in my whole day,
Jesus.
and I'm completely content with that. I love my alone time. I love not talking.
Mm-mm.
I love not feeling like I feel the need to keep up with people and their friendships and relationships. I'm free from that. But a lot of people are still chained by those things.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm the same exact way. When I'm at work, if I don't have anything to say, or if, I'm not called upon by like a team leader for some kind of input, I don't say
Yeah.
anything. And people take that the wrong way, thinking that I don't like them. Well, low key, I don't like them,
No,
but I don't have any issues with them.
you're just
So
Mm.
doing
it's
your
just that,
job.
if I feel like I need to say something, then I will say something. But if I don't have anything to say, then I won't speak because there's no need to. It's just going to be me talking bullshit because
Memory check
I'm saying
complete.
something and talking
Maintenance
about
model
shit that
complete.
doesn't really matter.
Utah Unit
And I
9S
Talking
feel
out of
like
your
if I'm
ass.
going to say something that's not really going to amount to anything important, it's just
Good
better not to
morning,
say anything at
9S.
all. That's just how I think and how I operate.
Analysis. The enemy structural
If it
unit
wasn't for the
collapsed to the
fact that I
ground.
had to,
Unit
consult
9S
with
suffered
people in the
damage from
populace on
bombs
my
and was
job
placed
most
in
of the
emergency
time,
suspend mode.
then yeah, I
Log
would be too.
location
Because truth
stage
be
2
told, the
changes.
coworkers I
Thus
normally
sending unit
associate
transport
myself
to
with,
current location.
once at
All
like
system checks and
work, I usually don't
reactivation
talk to
complete.
anybody because they just annoy me.
Operator model 210 is deceased.
Yeah, and
Black box
there's
signal
nothing
not
wrong with
found.
that. It's just because we live in a world that is pretty much
Situation
mandated by
Data access
extroverted
authorization
people.
key acquired.
That's what's taught to be the norm is that, you're supposed to be going out and you're
The
supposed to
required
be
number
going to
of
parties
authentication keys have
and
been
you're supposed to
acquired.
be a
The
social
tower is
drinker
now
doing
open
this,
for
that, and the third.
investigation.
But then you have people who,
Good.
just want to stick to themselves. It's like they want to just read a book or they want to listen to music, play video games. They don't want to be, interacting with a bunch of people. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just the society that we live in is more designed to force you to be extroverted.
You have people who, you have friends that judge the fuck out of you for thinking so. Because I remember, like my friend Serena, she literally, the delusional one, the retired hoe. Like,
That whole ain't retired.
I forgot about that.
Her
Yeah,
She
motors,
isn't her prime hoe yet.
her motors are still running at full speed, so I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah, she's still a premature hoe, man.
Yeah, like here's the funny part, like she's my friend, and we had the type of friendship to where I don't hit her up all the time. She normally hits me up. She enjoys the fact that I don't constantly hit her up, and that we don't have to strain to enjoy our friendship. It's like, it's just whatever. If you see me, you hit me up, you hit me up. It's that simple. But the thing is, she'll forever judge me and come at me because of the fact that I don't go out with her all the fucking time. And she wants somebody to go with. And I'm like, I don't go out like that most of the time. I don't. Like, she goes out to eat sushi, goes to these damn social events, like all these crowd activities, and goes out to these damn places alone. And I'm like, nah, I'm not here for it. I'm perfectly good. Playing Persona or playing Horizon. She's like, oh no, all you do is just play your damn game. Go out and do something. I was like, she has more drama than I ever deal with, so, but that's her fault,
Young people are always so caught up in the waves of society, I can't blame her. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I have to go out and be cool. But eventually I think she'll come to a point that she will, understand that's not how life should only be led.
Once she sees the light and decides that she doesn't want to be a hoe no more, things will be
It's gotta
okay.
be easy, yeah.
It'll more than likely take some time.
Cause is most likely concerned over
Right.
Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
It's funny.
And it's just supposed to be maybe come like 10 or 20 dicks, maybe 30.
I was about to say the same shit, yeah, she probably might need a couple dicks up in her to realize.
At some point she's gonna get dick sick, and then she's gonna realize that she doesn't want to do this shit anymore.
Dick sick. I like that.
I agree with you, Alex. It does get exhausting to be all talkative and energetic. I don't have that.
I can agree there.
I am stale bread all the
You
time,
need to open the
and I
door
have
to
no
the
shame in
tower.
that.
I can agree with him where it gets to the point where I literally, when I'm in a group of friends, yeah, I usually am the talkative one, but it gets to a point where I literally get so tired, like, fuck this, I'm not even saying shit, I'm just staying quiet.
Any sense?
Then everybody just asks me what's wrong, I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I've been laughing, geeking, talking, and all that crazy shit all fucking morning. been geeking my ass off. Like, let me take a break.
Oh, I love bookstores. I love food. I love museums. Those are definitely underrated places. I don't understand why people don't appreciate much. Those are the best kind of places to go. They're so therapeutic.
You ever went to, you've been to Books A Million, right?
To what?
Books A Million.
Dude, I don't even know if that even exists here.
Well, it's a, that's one thing I forgot to tell you. We have a bookstore called that
I mean, you've told me about it.
Yeah.
You've told me plenty of times about it. It's just, I've always told you that it doesn't exist here.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I remember I had offered the girl I was telling you about, I was like, oh no, why don't we go to like Books A Million and like look at books that you want. It was like, you know, sit down and enjoy some coffee. And she's like, that sounds boring. Why? You're such a boring person. Why am I fucking with you again? I'm like, because you have nobody else. I'm like, and she's like, oh yeah.
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Yeah, I don't take certain people to appreciate those things.
Yeah, I love bookstores. I can even sit here and tell you, I even love smelling the books, like that new book smell.
I'm telling you, the smell of books is top 5 best scents of all time. I don't.
It is though.
Nobody can tell me otherwise. If y'all disagree, I don't know what the fuck y'all think is cute. I can't trust your scent, your taste of scent. But that's top 5.
You get that you get that brand new hardcover book with the pages all fresh printed and shit. You're like, get that good book. You're like, damn, this is gonna be a real good ass book.
Orgasmic ass book.
That and the smell of a brand new book.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes. I thought I was the only one.
Oh no. If it's that, the smell of gasoline, the smell of a burnt candle, the smell of pine, the smell of cinnamon. God, I'm
so glad you said gasoline. Everybody says I'm so fucking weird because I like the scent of gasoline. It's like,
hell no. Let me tell you, I love putting gas in my car for that exact reason, because I get high of that scent. Okay? Ain't nobody can tell me that shit is not orgasmic, because
it is.
Y'all crazy as fuck.
Thank God somebody agrees with me on that.
Oh no, the scent of gasoline is amazing.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
I know Gary loves it.
How would you know?
Yeah. Well, we always see. Well, for one thing, I know about he got that thing for cars. You know, he want his Mustang and shit. No, it wasn't a Mustang. You said you wanted like an old classic muscle car that you said you wanted. That's what you said, right? Didn't you say you want to get like an old classic muscle car or something like that?
Yeah, I like old school cars, not necessarily muscle cars. One, because I can't fit in those shits.
Really?
Well, it depends on what model car it is. Like, I'm into like the ideal like car I want is like a 72 or 73 Chevrolet Impala. It's not a muscle car, but it's, you know, like a classic, you know, American car, Chevrolet. But yeah. But no, it's not a muscle. But like muscle cars are like, you know, those Mustangs and, you know, things like that. I mean, there are some that I can fit in, but most of them are like really small. Especially like, that's why I'm not into like foreign cars. Like I'm not into, you know, Lamborghinis and
Maseratis and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like they're like
so
toy
small.
cars. I don't get excited looking at a Porsche. You know, I much rather look at a Chevrolet, like a Monte Carlo or something.
I'm so fucking glad you said this. Yes. Like, everybody at my school, like I remember my buddy drove in with a brand new ass car. He's like, look at my Mustang. And then he purred it and the gasoline in the air. And it's like, then one of our friends tried to get in it. And he couldn't get his ass in it. And he took up all the room. And it's like, So that's why nobody really fucks with these cars, because they're so goddamn small and compact that you really can't get in. Like,
Oh, they're a
if that's
little,
the
they're
case,
overrated. You know, a lot of people, especially
yeah,
when
that
they
too.
have a little bit amount of money, they always go for the same typical five cars. If it's not a
Right.
Lamborghini, it's a Porsche. If it's not a Porsche, it's a Bentley. If it's not a Bentley, it's a, oh,
BMW or some
yeah,
shit.
BMWs, Range Rovers. It's always the same model of cars. I'm not saying
Right.
they're not pretty because they are. They're stylish, but I mean, damn, y'all always
What
want
is
to keep with the
quality
same,
over
the same old, same old. There's so many other styles out there, you know?
what is good quality over like other types of shit? Like, I'd rather just have myself a good Chevrolet where everybody can get in, get through what I'm supposed to, you know?
Well, I don't care whether people get in my car. I just want space for myself. Because, I mean, I'm tall and I have long legs, and sometimes they don't fit. I remember when
That is true.
when my dad had his Mustang, it was so hard for me to get in the front seat because I had no room to stretch, and my knees would end up hurting so badly. I'm like, oh, it was terrible.
You're gonna probably have to ride in the front seat when we get you once you visit here then.
Yeah, because I'm fat, so I'm definitely gonna need to be.
Oh my
I need
god.
space.
Luckily, nobody really takes up the front seat except my dad, so you can have the.
Okay.
Yeah, because our
Monster
car,
truck rallies. I only been to one monster truck out rally, and that was a long time ago. It was really fun.
Was it? Was it?
It was fun. Except it was so loud. Those shits are fucking loud. Damn.
Well, they are monster trucks.
Yeah, I know, but it's like when you're there for like a certain amount of time, just listening to their engines, it gets a little annoying.
I've never been to one of those. My brother has always wanted to take me to one of those, a UFC fight, a wrestling fight. He's always wanted me to take me to stuff like that, but I don't know about monster truck rallies and wrestling.
Monster truck rallies are fun. I actually enjoyed those, like seeing them, like, do the kind of stuff they
Tricks and
do.
whatever shit.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Wrestling, I don't care about wrestling. I would go to a boxing match. I've always wanted to go to one. That sounds fun. But apart from that, not much.
I actually have a friend who's a boxer now that I think about it. Yeah, he's a boxer. He does like MMA too. Yeah, I should take you to one of his fights. That nigga's a real wily ass one. Yeah. How do we even get to these topics?
You don't need to question that.
Just right.
Question too much.
Yeah, just
have the discussions that we had planned. We talked about our favorite female characters, and then we started talking about, issues pertaining to women on social media and how some dudes need to chill the fuck out. And we addressed all those topics. So now we have our regular random discussions. This is what we do.
Yeah, that is true. I should just fuck roll with it.
You youngsters always question everything.
Isn't it good to question everything though? Like, what are you if you don't ask questions?
It's one thing asking questions about certain things, but when you really question every single detail, that's
true.
not. Yeah, that's just being too much.
I got
take away the fun out of shit when you do that.
Yeah.
I'll take that in mind. Not too literally, but make sure you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to approach you about this beforehand. I wanted to ask you about something, but I was like, I wanted to approach you about it as an adult and talk to you straight up. Like, there's this thing I wanted to ask, like, when I stream, it's like, I know you're probably just joking around when you do it, but it's like every time you try to offer me advice and aid, it's like you kind of quit real fast or get fed up real quick when you do that. And
I'm
it's
not a good
like,
teacher. I just want to let you know that. I don't have that kind of
yeah,
patience. So, and you have an issue too that when I try to give you advice, you don't really tend to listen sometimes. So I'm not going to sit here and waste my time. So I just stop. It's that simple.
yeah. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge that I do have those moments, but there are times when I do really do listen to you and when I'm playing, and it's like I'm not trying to rebel against you. You know, it's like by the time I'm already playing on somewhere else, you're still seeing me in the area you're, you know what I'm saying, thinking, and you think I'm rebelling against you. I'm not.
I'm not.
And
I never said that you're rebelling against me, though. I don't know where you're getting that
Did he
from.
just really say that he's rebelling against you?
I don't know
oh
what
my
that. I
God.
don't even know what that means. Like,
Well, not rebelling. I'm just, you mean think I'm not listening to you. There we go. That's better.
well, you are the one that says when you get focused on something, you can only concentrate on that. So you have a really thin line of concentration. So I don't see the point of me saying something if you're not going to be all there focusing and listening, you know? I don't have that kind of
Yeah,
patience. I'm sorry. I'm not doing
that
it because I'm upset. I'm just realized, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother and I'm just gonna not say anything.
that is true.
But then we also talked about before is that the games that we choose to stream, these are games that we've already beaten. Or if we haven't beaten them yet, they're pretty easy to quickly adapt to.
Yeah, you're
So
familiar with it.
yeah. So it's like when streaming is like not only are you playing, but you also have to engage with us
With
so
the
that way we can be able
audience.
to have conversation. But when you're so wrapped up in the game because you're trying to figure out where exactly you're trying to go and you can't multitask by talking with us, then we get disenfranchised because we don't really know what to say because you're not really engaging in conversation. So we just end up
Yeah.
watching. That just makes for a boring stream for everybody.
Yeah, because when y'all watched me do that cauldron, that literally was the first time I actually attempted that damn cauldron, because I haven't gone back to that at all. You know,
No, I mean, but
so
that's
yeah,
fine. It's one thing if you attempt something first time, but you're not talking about it. You're just too
yeah,
focused in your own world playing. If you want to do that, do it on your own time. But if
your
you
own time,
volunteer
yeah.
to stream something and you're not going to
Put your,
engage with anybody, then there's no point. You should might as well just play on your own time.
right. Yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Just
that
make
simple. I'm
sure,
just saying, I don't get upset. It's just that I just rather just not say anything because I know how easily annoyed I can get. So I just rather just stop talking. I'm doing
yeah,
myself and
because you don't
everybody
want
else a
to,
favor, you know.
yeah, so you don't say anything that causes, hurt somebody or, and then you're like,
Yeah,
and realize,
I just rather not, turn myself down. Because once I get to that point that I don't want to talk anymore, it's really hard to pick myself back up from that. So I'd rather just, just
right,
chill and just stay mellow. That's all.
hmm,
I don't want you to overthink it. It's just, I'm just being smart.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. But like you said, if you're going to volunteer to stream, you have to keep in mind that you have to keep us engaged in the game, not only by watching, but by
But by
offering
talking about it,
conversation.
yeah,
Yeah, like the
Because
one.
if
yeah,
you
I'll
don't, then we're out the loop. We're not going to be able to engage because we don't know exactly how you feel.
right.
Yeah, like sometimes feel like you engage too much in what you're doing that you forget that, yeah, we're here too.
No, I'm sorry about that. It's just, yeah, I don't mean to do that. It's just, yeah, I'm not really a shitty multitasker. It's just, with the game at hand, I still hadn't had time to nail it and master it.
No,
So
and
then I
there's
can't,
not an issue with that. We're just reminding you
yeah,
that that's just something that you do. We're not judging you,
hmm, yeah,
just,
I don't know.
yeah,
You're just telling me,
yeah,
letting me know.
exactly.
Yeah, and I will work on my, impatience and stuff like that because I do have a terrible patience problem too. So, but yeah. Yeah, we're going for 3 hours.
That is
This
all
is
that
the
remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to
This is
as
pretty much like the
administrators.
I
last
see.
part
Query,
of the game.
why do the androids
yeah. I
Nebula
can
and
tell.
Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There is a very high
This
probability that at least
is
one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.
wow. It just damn. It just
Query,
feels so
why
wow
does this
and
tower
lost without
possess an
2B.
entrance at all? All material transport takes place
Yeah,
via
everything
aerial
feels
vehicles.
emo.
It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so
What is
easily
up with you and
accessible.
this emo thing
Hypothesis.
nowadays?
Entrance is a trap.
I've
I don't
always
care.
been
I just
emo.
have to kill them all.
You're like, stop acting emo.
Because you are beat.
Corrupted Yorha units.
So what is in this tower?
This tower is pretty much. This tower.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
buy you a My Chemical Romance. I'm gonna buy you some I'll buy you some black fingernail polish.
Keep that shit away. Give that shit to Judy.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. Shit, give it to her.
She would actually be happy to get it, so it wouldn't be a joke.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah, she can have it.
if he gave me a pink, I love pizza shirt, then I'd be pissed off.
What the fuck? Nigga, get that dyed in black and white. No,
I'm
but
just
the pizza in color.
no, I'm just saying. You know how they have like those like pastel girly shirts that have that and make it all cute. I hate those.
I hate that shit too, honestly. I hate that. What the fuck?
So pretty much this tower, which is the final obstacle in the game, is pretty much where you discover the whole truth about everything.
I truly am.
And what exactly the purpose of the machines are. And why no humans exist and what androids were created for.
Every last one of you!
Oh, man.
So ironically, this is the core of literally the whole game. It's where you discover all the shit that was always kept in the dark.
To me! Don't worry, I'm going to kill you now!
That is just... As if he really didn't need any more bullshit to
Still
go
a few
through.
stragglers, huh?
That's how it is.
This series really does kick you in the fucking teeth, my god.
I would say it is driven by 9S, but A2 is definitely more the driving force, considering that she's the one that's, the one reason 9S is fighting through all he's fighting through. Which is
'cause
why...
she's keeping on alive.
Yeah, which is like, he has that hatred with her for killing 2B. And why he's doing all he's doing. It's because mainly he wants to destroy A2 and the machines, but it's mostly because of A2. Which is why I mostly say it's mostly her story, considering that she is a driving force behind, endings D and E.
Right. Man. So much. It's crazy how everything literally just went from, I get the whole, oh my god,
Went ahead and opened
the whole Atom thing,
9S is
and,
already inside.
messing around with Yorha, and, everything, to this. It's kind of heartbreaking.
Indeed.
Say,
And I'm not trying to be the downer here. Shit.
No, I mean, the first time I played through this, I was all heavy in my feelings. It was a slap to the face.
Exactly how I'm feeling. This is exactly why I have to take breaks when I play this game, because there are so many things. I don't know. I know I haven't made it far, but at the same time, you know, when it comes to stuff, those emotional trials like that, I literally have to take a while before I come back to this game just to process what the fuck happens.
I
That's
get you.
exactly why once the DLC for Ignis drops,
This
Jay
is
is
a
not
new
playing that without me.
course.
Hypothesis.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have to hit him up. Like, if you don't come here exactly at 7:30, I'm gonna lose my shit.
When does it drop?
It's coming.
I
It's
refuse
December.
to let her play that without me being there. I'm not having it.
Although, if I do start crying, I'm kicking you out of my room. So,
Damn.
just a
What's
warning.
the purpose of this
I don't
structure?
want to see. I don't let people see me cry.
Gather additional data.
I feel you. I
Someday I
don't
need
let
to teach you how to
people.
be helpful.
You know, ironically,
only-
none of my friends have seen me cry.
Well, we've heard you, but we haven't seen you.
I'm saying
so-
you've heard me almost cry, but you actually never
But you
heard
haven't
me
seen
when
it.
I've cried, and I refuse to let somebody see me cry.
I feel you. I don't let people see that side of me either. No. Truth be told, a lot of people look down on me because of the.
Eh,
Well, you are a big baby.
I mean, but at the same time, it's not so much that. It's that people think because I'm a boy, I can't cry. I'm supposed to be the strong one. That's literally, you would be surprised how many people come to me because, oh no, you're the strong one. You're the one that makes sure everybody's alright, keeps everybody laughing. Because, you know, I'm so extra and all that. You know, it keeps people in high spirits and keeps the mood going. So when they see me down, it's like, you know, oh no, you can't be down. You're not allowed to be down. You know,
I suppose we
you're
have to
supposed to
hack
be the
into
one
look
that
at the
keeps
data,
everybody
yeah? Help me
afloat.
out, Pod.
Shit. Like, you'd be surprised how
This
many
is why
times.
you have so many men who suffer from depression, specifically men of color. Because, yeah, just like you brought up, saying that we're taught that we have to be the strong leaders of the family. We're not allowed to be depressed. We're not allowed to cry. We're not allowed to be sad because we have to continue to be the driving force for our families. And what people don't realize is that this creates rifts in families, and the reason why men end up going off and committing suicide because no one's listening to their problems because their families are saying that men don't have those kind of problems. They don't have emotional
This
issues
tower looks like a
because
data
Like,
we're
we have
warehouse
men.
with a
feelings too,
machine.
yeah.
Yeah, because we're human. You know, that's a man-made stigma regarding how men are supposed to be. But that goes against biology.
yeah, that's how it is with my family too, especially because a lot of people in my family are all in that, well, I'm a man bullshit. I can't express myself or my feelings or anything. That shit irritated me so much growing up. So a lot of my family's like that too. But, I refuse to allow anyone that comes after me to feel that way because hiding your feelings is like the worst thing. People don't realize that, but it is.
It's like once it's like once I'm, about to break down or something like that, it's like, it just, the moment they see that or, I'm getting to that point, I kind of just get ashamed and I don't allow them to see that.
I mean, even I went through that because, okay, I was the oldest in my family. So my mom and dad sometimes treated me like I was a boy. And I'm like, I'm still a woman, but since I was the oldest and I had to keep it together for my younger sister, then I had to be like, oh, hide myself. I'm like, what the fuck? So I learned to just hide it, but it backfired at some point, So I just feel like a lot of people should break off that type of mentality because it's just damaging in all sorts of ways.
It is. Because I couldn't handle if I couldn't express myself. I can't imagine the type of emotional buildup or explosion if you just let it just build.
It's the most horrible thing. Trust me. It's a horrible thing.
It is, because like that moment, that is when you that's that, like you said before, that's the worst feeling to absolutely have when it all just piles on you. You can't,
There's too many of them.
But yeah. But yeah, I have those moments. I have those moments too, but I really don't like to let people see me do that because,
What's that?
people are so used to
Operational
seeing,
summary
oh
of
no,
model
he's the
number
happy
2 for
smiley one,
Project Warhol.
It's very offsetting, I guess, for them to see that side of me. So I don't show it.
This data.
All these books.
Oh, I've lost it a lot in movies and games and in anime. I've no shame that I've been a baby. I've cried my ass off in a lot of things. I just never let people see it.
Right. There'd be times where I'd be ready to go in an anime and just, let it go. And I'm like, fuck, hold it together, hold it goddamn together. Or I'd be like, am I really about to get emotional over this?
I
Like, it
can't.
literally just,
I cry. I let my feelings out now, but only between me, myself, and I.
yeah. Oh, no. Ah, God.
Keep it together, man. If you start crying, you're out of this party.
Oh.
I can't stop.
The shit he goes
Keep
through.
fighting.
He didn't deserve this.
Alert. Virus detected in locomotion region. High probability that infection source is transplanted parts from corrupted units. Proposal. Hack into
I just
cell
love the
and
soldier in
eliminate
him.
virus.
On it.
Nice.
Like, he literally goes from the talkative little boy and putting his input, and then he just becomes a soldier. I love him. Oh, you should just know.
Aren't you a nosy bastard?
Well, she literally, you can hear it over the mic.
Still, nosy.
Virus eliminated. 95% of functionality restored.
Sí, ahí era. Nada más que yo me vine para la gas station aquí. Y entonces, ya llegué al ratito, llegó la pedorrina Carla y hablamos con la muchacha. Le dije, mira, ya le expliqué yo de que yo estoy muy full en mis sketches. Y ya le dije, mire, mi hija Carla ya trabaja en lo mismo. Y le digo, mira,
Damn,
la
94
si aceptas, le
comments.
digo, yo te voy a venir con mi hija a limpiar. La primera vez, le digo yo, y la primera vez luego se cobra un poquito. Le digo, yo te voy a cobrar 300. Que solo
Damn, we almost at the 3-hour mark, man. You gonna keep going with this, or are you gonna stop here?
I don't know. I feel like I should at least get to the main, because there's not even a lot left.
How much? Wait, who the fuck?
Yeah, these are machines that are running this whole network.
So they're the antagonists, the main antagonists?
I would say that they are, yes.
So they're basically about to tell us everything.
Yep.
And we can see.
Oh, because I'm concentrating on whooping ass.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about something else. I'm sorry. No, I was listening for something a while ago, and I was like, I don't know, that's not good.
Carla
I totally feel you, Alex. I remember when I used to work on Saturdays too. That was so depressing.
This is
Dude, I just got off that type of shit. That
That means all of us.
I hate working on
I
weekends.
do not miss working in retail at all. Working on weekends is a fucking bitch.
It is.
I'm so glad
Like
I
I
never
literally,
worked in that.
you better be. The shit, dude. Honest to God, they really could have put me for the days I work on the week. Like they could have gave me the whole weekend off. That's the one thing I hate about those bastards. I gotta go to work 10 to 6, then I gotta go to school after that. And then I'm about to skip everything next week, this week.
You gonna die.
Probably.
Yep.
It just annoys me because I'm like, I was getting like, I'd say what, 2, 3 days. I get 3 days now, but you know, they could really schedule me better, or they could consult me about how they schedule me, but you know, they don't do that, which fucking hurts me. Not to mention, all that I do is not worth that itty bitty $7 an hour that I get paid. Stupid as fuck.
Well, at least we have, they don't pay you in barnyard, eh?
Or bacon.
I'm sure you'd be happy if they just paid you in sandwiches.
Legit though, like one thing I can say about that store is like when it has like sales on like sausage and bacon and all that other stuff, I do get free like, you know, breakfast or free food, so that is something all in itself, so I don't have to lose money for that, you know. So, yeah. That fucking laugh. This is like we're entering crypts and catacombs and shit. What?
Damn it!
Your damn references.
It kind of does give me that vibe, like on some Bloodborne type shit, like you go on my library to some secret passageway. Entering the depths. Secret home.
Those concepts like us, time has changed. Still, when we wind out your forces, it may quietly pressure on us. You're attacker model number 2. An experimental disposable grid created as a test run for Project Nora.
Shut up!
So this is the legitimate ending, like the complete real ending of the game.
Well, yeah, we're closer to the ending. This is still not the complete ending.
Right.
And the real ending is when A2 and NieR have to fight against each other.
Why do they fight each other?
Because NieR wants to kill A2.
Damn it!
You really think she's gonna hand her head over to him in a silver platter?
Okay. Like, shit, dude. This game really does play with your fucking heart.
Utilize the enemy's logical learning function to formulate a
I
weakness.
think my friend thinks this is shit.
This pod has serious concerns about Unit A2's cognitive abilities.
Shut up and explain it already!
Sense strategy would interrupt the enemy's logic circuits, causing a computational delay.
Meaning what?
Do not destroy the enemy.
Huh?
Striking at the logic circuit requires a certain number of enemies to remain extant for a certain period of time.
Oh, what the hell?
All the machines have lost their minds.
Whatever my mom said.
Yeah, that is true. I hate this part.
Consciousness data saturation rate 30%.
Legit hate it.
It's also very amusing.
Avoid the balls. Avoid the balls.
They're coming for you.
Consciousness data saturation
Yeah,
rate
one time I don't want them in my face. They're all in my face. It's terrible. I'm not ready for this type of kinkiness.
We resemble each other so, but we are networked, and thus we are superior to you.
hypothesis. The enemy's defensive system is prompting an evolution of its logic.
Foolish androids. Why do you resist? All things end with accepting death, do they not?
Balls deep. Definitely.
Big balls deep in this bitch.
Very balls deep.
Consciousness data saturation rate 90%.
Really? Wow. Unbelievable. We're almost hitting the G spot.
Yeah, we're keeping another shit. We're on the point of no return.
Did you say deep in the nethers? You, oh, God, you talk shit about what I say, but you're the one here is deep in the nethers.
Consciousness data saturation rate 100%.
Lord have mercy.
Hypothesis. The enemy's consciousness has begun to fracture.
Fine. Bye, balls.
We need more evolutionary pressure. If we allow this android to continue living, we can create even more.
We're almost done with this shit. Finally.
Overcoming the crisis this creates will present an opportunity for our kind to evolve even further. We disagree. This android is dangerous. It must be destroyed immediately. Those who would doubt our victory are enemies. Do you truly think you can win?
Oh, that's a creepy smile.
What the?
Analysis.
I remember that from the
Three
movie.
consciousnesses are now in conflict with each other.
They're acting like humans.
They're fighting against each other. Yep. That's always funny.
Yeah, it is. whole casting choice for Starfire that I went through the other day. I told you about. Nah, how about everybody's really following me on this shit? Talking about like the exact same shit I was saying. Now they're agreeing. I'm on some trendsetter shit.
Nice.
No, then you know, we saw the cast for Raven, and then we went on that. They got some preppy people on white girl to play her.
Oh, that should be interesting.
No, it shouldn't.
I'm so glad I'm not a part of comic book Twitter.
We're really chill. It's just that big ass percentage that just blows the fuck. No, you got that part that makes basically wants to make every white character black. But you have the ones who actually, you know, are chill, recommend good material, and you know, talk about it. And we sometimes talk about it, you know, like with anime. Then you have the ones that they literally gotta chop you down and kill your opinion, which I'm pretty sure all fandoms have, but, you know, yeah. But, everybody is like, we're just not for the actors, that's all. I'll go ahead and say that. Because, I mean, come on. You got a preppy blonde little girl playing Raven in the Teen Titans. How much sense does that make?
I guess not much.
I mean, you got a sunny looking girl playing a girl who's supposed to be quiet, introverted, dark, you know, like to herself. And it's like, she looks nothing like that. I'm like, he's got a personality choice based or something.
Probably so.
It just, I don't know.
I don't know either. But I don't know either. Y'all be going through the most.
We really don't. It's like, when it comes to comic books, I have those people that, you know, they give me good recommendations. We talk about it. We enjoy, you know, the content we're in. And we have good laughs about it. Then you have that big ass material or piece where they gotta blow everything out of proportion, you know? Like they gotta go over and above, and get attention and connect it with the media and all this other extra stuff. And it's annoying. Yeah. This shit is getting crazy.
Seriously still kicking?
It's kind of already been decided DC is kind of winning everything, but yeah, the Marvel vs. DC feud is stupid. Why can't we just agree to enjoy both? Like, yeah.
That's how it is, you know.
Yeah. Truth be told, Marvel is getting kind of, they're getting really, really desperate, because like, DC is starting to clap back with this series called Rebirth, which is basically bringing back everything we loved about heroes and comics and shit, while keeping the new shit and making it unique. Marvel is trying to do that with some shit called Generations, all these new cartoons, and it's flopping terribly, really badly. So the only thing they have going for them is movies. And, you know, DC is starting to get their shit together, so their movies are starting to get on some real level shit. And, you know, Marvel's about to fall behind, so, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, console wars kinda are not. That's kinda dead right now with the way Xbox is going.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many of them I still see on my timeline.
Really?
What are you talking about? The fucking console war is never going to end.
True, but it's like, but PS4 and Nintendo pretty much claim fucking victory though.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact there's a lot of people who still support Xbox and will support Xbox even if they know they have no exclusives and nothing else guaranteed for them except a new console. It's never going to change.
And what people fail to understand is that in every generation, there's a console that gets the most, like, gets talked about the most, that gets the most ridiculed. Last generation, it was the Wii U. Because the Wii U had so many droughts going on, the only games they were getting were exclusive Nintendo games. Remember back when everyone used to rip the Wii U?
Yeah.
Well, now the shoe is on the foot of the Xbox. Now that Nintendo's gotten their act together with the Switch, the 3DS is still going strong. And of course, PS4 is still the cream of the crop. So now the Xbox dudes and supporters are now looking stupid because they have no games to play.
And the little games that they were gonna get this year are being delayed, pushed back.
Yeah,
I mean, how does that make them feel? You know, it's like, damn, y'all ain't got nothing except a new console that, yeah, sure, it'll work faster and it's like it'll have better animation. But what's the point of having such a great console if you're not going to have anything new to play on it? That seems a waste to pay $500 for that shit, you know? And it's sad that a lot of people, you know, still want their, you know, console to succeed, but the people are not giving them what they want.
Yeah, that is true. So
sad.
You can't exactly blame them. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, even if Nintendo, you know, times when Nintendo's fucking up, but we still had hope that y'all get a shit together eventually. But luckily it did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's all this junk?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was gonna ask Gary about this. Gary, what do you think of the way IGN was ridiculing Sonic and then is back big writing it again?
Anybody who actually goes to IGN to look for a credible review on anything is a fucking idiot.
True.
Right.
Because we all know how IGN works. You can pay them to say whatever the fuck you want them to say.
Yep. Them, Kotaku thinks like, I remember I've actually read some of the articles up there. They make no sense at all.
It's hard to think that the person behind that account is just a troll.
I'm serious on that. I can agree. Because I'm like, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, you know, it's kind of neat. Then I read some of the articles when I was in high school, and I was like, this completely makes no fucking sense at all compared to what I read on an actual site. If somebody puts their work into it.
Yeah.
Because it's like a 17-year-old did it.
That is true, Alex. I definitely agree with that. A lot of people are obsessed with that whole 4K thing. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
they're not obsessed with because they damn sure don't have the money to go out and buy it. That's another thing. To really appreciate the Xbox One X, you need to buy like a damn near $1,000 4K TV with high dynamic range. And I guarantee the majority of people going out to buy this console don't have the proper TV. So it's like, what are you investing $500, $600 for in this Xbox One X, and you don't have the proper TV to complement?
Right.
I mean, and even if they do have the TV that go along with the console, you have no games.
Right.
So either way, there's a loss. You know, there's just always a con, no matter how you look at it.
That is true. If you don't have the games, you don't have the games. You know, you don't have the TV. You have the games.
Yeah. So what's the so what? Yeah. So what's the point of investing in all that? You're gonna have like this great resolution and all that. You have nothing good to play on except like old Xbox games that you probably already played like more than 5 times.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks for them. You know.
Well, I agree that 1080 at 60 frames per second should be that's never going to be the case on consoles because consoles are designed, with price in mind. So if you're talking about wanting 60 frames per second for all games across the board, then you need to get a PC. Because people who play on consoles don't really care about performance like that. So most hardcore games who care about, getting the highest frame rate possible, they have PCs. But you can't be playing on a console talking about frame rate because you're not going to be able to get high frame rate at an inexpensive cost. Doesn't work.
Facts. And that's why there's a lot of people that just become PC gamers because that's what their main concern is.
This tower is a giant cannon that's going to the human server on the moon. If we don't do something,
this is the problem. You switch between both 9S and A2, isn't it?
Let's see, ending D, I think it's when you choose 9S, if I recall correctly. And ending E is if you choose to fight as A2. Because eventually you'll fight from both perspectives. So I chose A2 the first time, I think. But it just depends, you have to repeat all of this again to get to this point and fight as 9S again the second time to get endings A through E. Because everything after E are just alternative endings. They don't really matter. The only matters are A through E.
Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't it make you laugh?
Yeah, 9S just really went to the fucking bone.
Yeah.
To kill each other.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong, 4K TVs are fucking beautiful. Like,
they are.
I'm definitely looking forward, to when I upgrade from my 1080p TV. 4K TVs are nice, it's just that they're not standard yet. And they're not going to be standard for at least another 3 or 4 years because although prices in 4K TVs have come down, they're still considered a luxury product. So most people don't care about 4K because it's like they just want to be able just to watch TV. I mean, I'll give you an example. My mom still has a 720p Samsung flat screen TV from like 2008. And she doesn't even have an HDMI cord. Like, she still watches TV with the red, yellow, and white, and the red, yellow, and white cord. And my mom doesn't give a fuck,
Hot 153. I ordered.
So that's kind of how most people feel. They just want to watch TV. They just want to watch
Shall remain in effect until you confirm the death of either myself or Unit 8.
They just want to watch.
So, 9S or A2?
Damn, bruh.
Choose
you in that decision.
Choose your fighter. I'm not sure. I'm going with A2 on this one.
I was about to say choose A2.
Yeah.
That makes me sad though, cause like.
That's how it is, man.
He really had to chop down 9S after all his, shit. Misery, going through all that.
Yep.
Some of my sister is going out.
You need to mind your business. That's none of your concern. Seriously, don't get into that.
Alright, I got you. Oh!
We're going to repair 9S's logic circuits.
Jesus!
Tell me where to find the virus correcting 9S.
Affirmative. Your high unit A2.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I did that and I fought against 9S, he actually is pretty tough to go against, simply because of that hacking of his. It gets super irritating when he hacks you every 2 minutes the first time.
He does that really?
He really does that though, because obviously that's his specialty. So you have to avoid him all the time, but even then you can't avoid him too much because his hacking always hits you. It's so irritating.
Right.
Oh Lord, here we go. Okay. I hate so much white. It's so ugly.
I could agree there. Need some variety.
Definitely fucking with my eyes for real.
It really is. So my eyes burn just looking at all that white.
It makes my fucking head hurt.
Seriously. It really does though.
Oh hell no.
I'll take care of everything.
So this is it. Up these stairs is it.
This is the end. Really.
Up these. Wow.
Take care of NieR.
What of you, A2?
I've still got something I need to do. You go ahead.
Acknowledged.
Something she needs to do.
Yep.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
It really was though.
I never quite realized.
At least they put their time and effort into creating both.
I'm coming, everyone. I'm coming.
What?
Yeah. That is the end.
Wow.
Yep. So A2 in the end sacrificed herself.
I got mixed feelings about this.
Don't cry, please.
No, it's just I don't know how to feel about it.
It's melancholic.
Really?
I'm being serious.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very sad, you know?
Yeah. Final stage of the project. So the world just destroys itself like that?
Personal data for units 9S, 2B, and A2 appear to be leaking out.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Follow project rules and delete all personal data.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Personal data deletion request denied.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Failure to parse
Leaking out.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. There was data created in my banks as I was referencing the records. I realized something.
Denied.
I have come to the conclusion that I cannot accept this resolution.
The destruction of all your units is an essential component of the project plan. All data must be destroyed.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Repeat. Personal data deletion request denied. Initiating data salvage. Pod 153. You hoped they would survive as well, didn't you?
We lack the authority for such an action. The rules are protected by low-level systems. Salvaging data poses an unacceptable level of risk. Knowing that, do you still wish for them to survive?
They're developing consciences.
Then you realize that even the pods, you know, became a little more human.
Oh my god.
Breathe. Breathe. Oh, I don't want to do this.
What's going on?
Oh, this is probably the most annoying part of the game, which is ending E. You have to literally fight everything in the credits. So you're fighting against every person who built this game and made this game. All the characters in the game. And quite frankly, I don't want to do this. This was so irritating the first time. Oh yeah, you can die, but I don't want to die. This is the part where I tell you that if somebody helps you, you know, all your data gets deleted. Well, no, that's not how it works. If somebody helps you and you choose to do the same, like help a random, you know, person that's also playing this game and reaches this point, if you want to be the one that helps them eventually, you can choose to sacrifice all of your saved data to do that. Which I already did the first time I beat this, and I'm not doing that a second time. So, this is gonna take too fucking long. I don't want to do this. So I'm not doing this. But yeah, this is probably the most irritating ending in the whole game. Aside from ending Y.
But you kind of bullshitted through it.
I didn't bullshit through this. You know how strategic you have to be to pass this shit?
Well, no, not bullshit. I mean, you kind of, I mean, like, because of how high level you were, it really was that much of a challenge up there.
Well, the first time I did this, I wasn't high level. The first time I did this, I was only like level 40 something. But now it's different. But even then, since it's attacking, it's not the same thing. I'm not doing this.
Right.
So, but I have to eventually get past this.
How long does it take?
I forgot. I just know it takes a while. But this is depressing. I should have chosen 9S. Damn it. Fuck. I regret it now.
Oh my god.
Someone take my pain away. It only gets more stupid as it goes on. Right now it's easy. Yep. Oh, I'm getting dizzy trying to look at all these balls at the same time. Oh my god. I can't. It's too late for this. I love that song. Fuck. I died. Yes. I don't give a fuck. I already beat that the first time. I don't need to put myself through that stress.
Brian, go ahead and sign us off, man.
Alright. Thank y'all for coming out and watching us play this and engaging us with the whole, our favorite female protagonists, and, you know, indulging in our everyday, regular, casual, bullshit conversations and topics. It really does mean a lot that y'all come out and support us, and we will be back streaming with, who's streaming tomorrow? You, Gary?
Yeah, I might stream tomorrow, we'll see. But more I want to say, but if not, we'll let y'all know.
Yeah, if not, we'll let y'all know. If there's nothing to do, I might take over, you know, I might have find something to do. So, y'all have a good night, and we will see you later.
Bonne nuit.